Hello everybody and welcome back to the Balancing Act episode 2 of Parasite Eve 2. We are back on disc 2 for after what happened last week, or last episode, where we decided to try and blitz through all of, I believe it's Redfield or Woodfield, the small town level. We just decided that is a really good move for the PlayStation. That was really well done. And just with the dickhead horse monsters that we've been so well acquainted with. But anyway, after we settled down to do that entire level in one shot because it was so fucking boring, we managed to actually get all of this one done, so we moved on to the next part. We got in our terrible pickup truck, and now we're riding off to find the lab, I believe? And if you guys are noticing something a bit different with today's episode, that is definitely true. I am actually running this solo today, surprisingly enough. And there is a good reason for that we'll get into after this cutscene finishes out. This is... I'll get to that in a bit. I'll just need to look up something here quick for a second. Okay, that's the information. Anyway, yes, we're back. I am flying solo for today's episode, because basically what happened is I did a pretty severe fuck-up with the last episode, and we ended up losing the entire thing, because I decided to completely whiff, and basically forgot to hit the stream button, so it wasn't streamed and it wasn't recorded. And I also did a double fuck-up because I probably could have hit the fucking stream button and recaptured the whole episode, but, so yeah. We're redoing the episode. I have actually taken this from a classic source. This is the long play on World of Long Plays. This is done by NPI, to properly credit it, about 2 minutes in, because I am definitely always on the ball. Our Chris Redfield lookalike runs into the mine, and yeah, the disc 2 starts off pretty bad, because the first thing it has you do is fight off, like, I don't know, it might actually be like 30 of the horse dickheads. And as you can see by NPI, they have a pretty severe fuck-up. In that they just have a cliff here, freely available for the dumbest fucking monsters on the planet. I'm planning to do about half of the episode now. I'm gonna try and hit the other half tomorrow, so we'll be running through some topics. I might end up revisiting them when we try and finish up this game Friday, as is the time of writing. I'm hoping that I can get this rendered and uploaded before then, because I am recording this on a Monday, but even after I edited it, it seems like what I had to re-record to lose, even after editing some things out. This is still going to end up being a 4-hour record, so you guys are going to be spending 4 hours with me as I re-look at the stuff that we did before. Hopefully with whoa. I think NPI did something, because having 250,000 battle points, that's insane. So this has to be a New Game Plus, otherwise he is doing some fucking hacks, because there's no goddamn way on this planet he's managed that. Unless he's doing a little something. Yeah, he's got a pretty good kit. So, like I said, this is not my footage. That was completely unsalvageable. And to be honest, we were so out of it after we finished recording that it was definitely very likely that we completely fucked it up. So, you know, basically I'm doing this as a solo because I didn't want Cheddar to fucking have to, you know, waste his time any more than I have to, but I guess I have enough integrity as a terrible LPer to at least keep the fucking footage on, even if it's not mine. Likewise, as you could probably imagine, I did not feel like replaying 4 hours of fucking content. And there would have been more, but at this point, like, we didn't end up planning it. This was, as per the last game, it was a double blind let's play, so... Basically, we had no idea what we were doing, and we ended up basically bumbling into getting locked into the bad ending. NPI seems to have sussed that out, and he is on the good ending, which... Basically, I had to edit some stuff out, because he does additional stuff in the long play for the good ending that we did not do, so to keep, you know, continuity, because apparently I care. I had to get rid of that shit. That was probably about, like, I don't know, 40 minutes of content thrown out the window. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't follow through with that. One, because this game is not fulfilling the potential I thought it had. It's kind of boring my ass off, to be honest, with what we had to do. Because I thought we were going to go to a more unique and... What's the fucking word? Oh, he's also got level 3 energy shot. That's pretty high tech, because that's an expensive skill. Oh, an exotic location, because like after the first episode, via the cutscenes, I thought we were gonna end up going to like basically Antarctica or space. And I thought space would have been a good idea because I think Code Veronica already did Antarctica, so you know. I kind of like to see something new, and if anyone was going to do something new, I thought it was going to be Parasite Eve. Apparently, having all those fucking resources doesn't give you a lot of HP for whatever fucking reason. Considering that his character is so fucking stacked, I'm amazed that he doesn't have, like, 300 HP or whatever. Maybe that's the max it goes. I have no flippin' idea. So yeah, we're in the mine. First thing that we have to do to get to the lab for whatever reason. And we get, eventually, after doing a bit of puzzle solving. This is actually a pretty short section, kind of like the sewer level from Silent Hill. So there's not much to this. You have to solve the dumbest puzzle ever put together. Because how would you solve this? I don't know. There's a bridge on the other side. It's just a completely impassable logic disaster. You'll figure it out literally in 2 minutes. Like, it's nothing to write home about. And then there's something in the middle of this transitionary period that we have to deal with. So that's gonna be fun. I do have some topics on my brain that we can kind of get over. I was gonna probably talk a little bit about Fire Emblem in general, because, I don't know, it just seems to always be a perpetual topic. I mean, it's the major game that I'm playing. We could also talk a little bit about RuneScape later, if I end up getting a little bit too bored, with doing the old commentary. So yeah, path is blocked. Just hit the fucking prompts until everything's goddamn fixed, seems to be the remit of this goddamn game. I really thought this had potential. From the first level at the tower, Parasite Eve 2 really seemed to be doubling down and reinvesting in the series, but, I mean, they did that. This is an incredibly detailed game, but, like, the actual... Yep, there's your answer. The actual frickin', like, stuff they have you do in this game is incredibly boring. Oh, that place is called Dryfield. Why are we staring at the board, NPI? We know it's a board. Okay, there's nothing more to it. It's just a giant piece of wood. Ugh, this guy. We're gonna have a little bit of excitement later. I guess I could talk about RuneScape first, because I don't really talk about it all that much, because, you know, Memorpagers, they don't really have the highs and lows of other video games, so, you know, it's just a very continuous, consistent adventure. And I've honestly been loving my time with the game, because the name of the series is that the one thing that it's good at is that it has probably one of the most set of best written quests in the whole fucking industry at the moment. They have around, still currently after 20 years of consistent development, Holy shit, she just has a nuke in her back pocket. That's amazing. Again, this has to be like NG plus 3 or something ridiculous. I don't believe this guy is playing like a legit first run of the game. But yeah, it's got amazing written quests. I play games for for their narratives and their plots. I'm not really... Definitely, actual gameplay is kind of a distant second, mostly because most genres have been pretty typecasted, so, you know, finding, like, a game with unique gameplay is really only found in the indie space. And even so, like, indie games are so nostalgic, bent all the goddamn time that... they all just look the same from a game from 20 years ago, because that's how it sells. So really, stories are the one thing that you can consistently rely on to stand out. So, RuneScape was definitely, I wanted to get more into that than getting back into WoW, because I think that I would just enjoy it more. If that's supposed to be a pistol, that is insane. Like, that thing looked like a fucking paintball gun. It's got, like, what, just like a battery on top of it for bullets? I don't know, that seems a bit much. What the hell is Energy Ball? I don't think I have access to that move. I think this guy has gotten all the big goodies from the good ending that I completely moved on. And now time to solve the incredibly vicious logic puzzle of these yellow lines. Ah, darn, I almost had it. It's almost like flipping the switch was not the one thing to do. This is a good thing. This is what I say about, like, Parasite Eve 2, where it's really detailed. Is like, you know, their Resident Evil puzzles have a bit more to them than what you'd expect. It's not like, you know, you just hit a couple of buttons. You get this full examination. The game's got tons of flavor text. It's really surprising, and would have been amazing in, Eve, you gotta put that back. Eve, it's a plug. Okay, looking at it closer is not gonna make it not a plug. Put it back, you twit. I mean, if you're looking for a Morpurger that actually has, like, solid adventures, like, I think that you probably wouldn't... You'd be hard-pressed to find something that improves on what it does. Because, yeah, there's not a ton of quests, but they are pretty dense. Like, most of your quests are at least probably going to be, like, an hour long. Oh, you gotta remember to save, even though I've got so many stats that I'm basically invincible. Use the phone. Just stop staring. Eve, why did you even pick up the fucking receiver then? Eve, save. What are you doing? You twit. Okay, I think we're getting to the boss fight. And this thing was... Well, we'll talk about it later. Maybe NPI has, like, an actual strat against the boss fight, because, wow, this thing was definitely an event. Chris Redfield is being a complete prick and not even talking to us. And apparently was eaten by the red eyeball of destiny. So what is it? Yeah, just, you know, get your buffs going. What did he... How did that not do enough damage? Why is he doing specifically 28 damage to the barrels? Okay, so he's got this entirely planned out. Oh, and he's also figured out that you can just shoot through the debris, which is something I wish I freaking knew. So yeah, the major problem with this boss, even though they haven't shown it yet, is that for whatever reason, it's a major tank. Like, this guy, you know, for a regular player, because clearly NPI is not a regular player in this game. It's got insane health pools for, like, being halfway through the game. I think, like, we looked up the number at the time. I think it's got something like 5,000 HP or something. And as you can tell from the arena, not exactly conducive to fighting a boss that mainly does charges, jump attacks, and, you know, just straight up teleportation. This guy is a real pain. But I think the thing that really helps you out is I don't think he does too much damage. I mean, seriously, we haven't seen the boss yet for this playthrough of it, because he's, you know, we're looking at the expert skill run of Mr. Jimmy here for the illustrious World of Long Plays. Okay, we're finally gonna be able to see it. Yeah, it's that fucking, like, demon horse thing that we saw in the intro cutscene. Whoa. Yeah, way to just instantly bring down Phase 1. Because clearly, it's not dead yet. Especially after I already spoiled that it has 5,000 HP. 5 fucking thousand. I don't know why the fuck they did that. It's legitimately insane. Again, if you're playing this normally. Because you're not going to have access to these weapons. Probably not. I have to imagine this is a New Game Plus. It's the only way that makes sense that he has access to all this good stuff. Now he's basically a wireframe model of himself because all of his skin melted off, and, you know, it's... Again, it would kind of be disturbing if... I don't know what the hell is up with this game's monster design. It just does not make sense, because... Clearly, these monsters are not fucking scary. Okay, so apparently he is weak to the fire barrels because that one just did 400 damage in a shot. So yeah, like I said, it'll, like, just straight up teleportation. Even though, surprisingly, that's probably one of his worst moves because it's so predictable. And he's also got the great defense because, like, that attack would have done, like, I don't know, 80 damage to the usual. I don't know. But yeah, if you're here for tips for whatever reason, like, seriously, Necrosis is probably your best bet. Yeah, we tried to do the barrel strats before, but the problem was that we had a kind of an issue getting ammo for the fight. And considering how much damage you have to do to the barrels to even have them available to go, it was just not a feasible thing to try and do. Yeah, I definitely need to heal. That 20 HP is going to be the make or break difference, NPI. That's definitely what we're all here for. God. So yeah, if you're a storybook gamer, I would definitely recommend RuneScape. It's just the sort of stories and the sort of adventures you go on are very quirky, and they're very unique. Like, there's not a lot of the typical shit that Memorbreakers get up to. Like, you don't have like get 10 shit quests, because I think usually they reserve that for what do they reserve it for? I think they reserve it more for just like getting crafting materials. The thing that I'm worried about is that some of like the last quests on the books seem to have like requirements that reach up to like level 80, and I think the cap is like level 99, so that's a pretty hard ask. But then they also have, I don't know if you can just straight buy experience, but you can probably buy the protein items, which are just like experience acceleration anyway, so I think the most problem you're gonna get with RuneScape is that it's very old school, and some of its quests are still like, I mean, at this point they're nearly 20 years old and they're still available to do. But, like, throughout my time with the game, I think I've done about half the quests available right now. Like, just throughout the game, for whatever reason, like, a few times I get fucking sliding block puzzles. I've probably solved like 5 or 6 of them throughout my... And they're legit sliding block puzzles. It's like 5x5s. And I have no idea why RuneScape is using them all the time. Because, like, anybody who even has like a passing interest in game design knows that they're probably one of the shittiest things that you can include just in general anywhere. It's very weird. But on top of that, you also, like, they put a lot of effort in their quests. Like, throughout a whole bunch of them, there are just a lot of unique areas that you can go to that they really only use for just that quest. Or maybe a second one will get introduced in, like, a quest line sequel. Okay, so we're finally getting to the actual place where we're supposed to be going, but first things first, we have to go put the plug into the plug board, Eve. You remember that thing that you picked up from the boss guy? Why don't you put on your Zelda senses? That was clearly you losing your puzzle brain. Yeah, a lot of the combat in this game I've just started running away from because it's just not all that valuable, and the consequence you get from running away from a fight is so pathetic that it's like, it's barely worth doing. Because I think the consequence for running away from any fight is like you lose 10 battle points, which is basically nothing. I mean, clearly the long play does not show that, but I mean, I think even around this time I probably had around, what, like 2,000 battle points? Which is like, I'm willing to lose that. That's no skin off my nose, like, at all. I'm trying to think of, like, a really good quest to kind of pique your interest. Because they're really just all over the board. It's a very sporadic, interesting members area. And honestly, if you're gonna play RuneScape for like any span of time, just do the fucking membership. Like you get honestly like 5 times the amount of content than a free player. You get like, I don't know, maybe like 10 times the space to go and explore. And likewise, you probably get about, I don't know, what, like 20 times the amount of quests. So really you really should just go for it if you have like even a passing interest in playing it with any seriousness. Especially since in the later years, Jagex really has done a great job in reinvesting in development. Clearly they aren't making as many quests as they did back in 2005. They're probably coasting on the content that already exists, considering that they really haven't... I don't think they've really removed any quests. They have removed quests, but they've replaced them with, like, modern renditions of, like, quests from, I don't know, 2002. Because I think the game really is that old that they could have quests from 2002. Even though the worst ones that, like, not really worse, but more boring, was a big chompy bird hunting, I believe, where you help an ogre hunt down a bird, and then turn that into, like, roast chicken for his family. I forget what it involves just because I was so bored. But a major downside is that, honestly, if you play RuneScape's quests, you really are just going to be constantly on the wiki, because their ability to do objectives is complete garbage. Like, not only do they not have any objective markers for basically, like, 80% of their quests, because they haven't fucking updated their older quests to have their new objective markers, which would honestly completely fix the problem. They just didn't do it unless they fully updated the quests, which is, it's really annoying, because the way that they write your journal, which is supposed to give you clues on what you're supposed to do next, you know, kind of point you in a direction, a lot of times, it'll just default to be like, oh, I gotta go do the thing. It'll just tell you what you have to do. It won't tell you how to accomplish any of that shit. You just have to go fucking bumble around and hope you stumble into the correct guess, which is complete fucking horseshit. Like, we're finally getting into lab at least. But from my experience, like, it's bigger than the Resident Evil 2 lab, which, you know, isn't great, especially since we're fighting another one of the Invisibos, which are not the worst enemy, but, I mean, it's definitely kind of a pain in the ass, because, like, you just drop target on it a lot of the time, especially if you're in close quarters, like she clearly is. I mean, I would run away from any combat either if I had this much of an arsenal on my back pocket, but, you know, you do what you do. I don't know if they're weak to fire. I mean, I would honestly just shoot it, because you're gonna get the same damage output, really. But yeah, a lot of the, like, it's a huge lab level, and apparently, like, even after we're done with this part of the game, like, apparently there's still, like, according to the long play, there's like 2/3 of the game to go, so I don't know if this week's episode is going to be the end of it. I could be completely wrong. Because another thing about Worlds of Long Plays and like using that to determine game length is that they edit their shit. Like, it's either, you know, a guy doing a knowing LP, which is what you should do, because you can actually talk about it and play it efficiently. Because they either edit it pretty heavily to make it look as good as possible, or they just got a guy, like, pure knowledgeable about the game doing the long play, obviously. And, I mean, World of Long Plays is such a somehow a huge YouTube account that they could probably afford to have, you know, people of actual quality playing the damn games. I wouldn't really say this is probably the best quality LP, to be honest. I'm gonna actually have to pause. I think I forgot something. Okay, I'm back. That's what happens when you try to do your LP homework and, cook dinner at the same time. Not my, best idea ever. But, yeah. We just defeated the Invisibo. We're doing some maintenance to make sure that we're going to be good for the next 70 battles. And if I remember anything correctly about this, me and Cheddar had quite the problem with the lab level, because again, it's huge and tons of locked doors. I think we ran into like 8 locked doors. And it's definitely one of those situations where you have to go check every door, you gotta check all the levels, you have to find the one door that'll let you get the key, and then you have to go farm that out to all the other doors, and I mean, it'll get exponentially faster, but, I mean, it's just kind of a pain in the butt. Yep, that's a classico bench in the fucking sci-fi lab of doom. That's great. Great job. A lot of it's a lot of metal. And also, another part of the lab that's complete bullshit is that you have really hard to hit and highly damaging laser turrets all over the place. I mean, the only thing they do is, on your end, is that they actually do team kill the enemies. But that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, considering how much of an actual pain in the ass getting shot by a laser is. Yeah, it's not great. I mean, if you actually know how to do the tank movement, which, you know, kind of a hard ask in a fucking fixed camera game, but, I mean, you could technically make it happen. Like I said, I ran away from a lot of the combat in this level mostly because of shit like this. I mean, the one good thing is that if you do the combat is that there's less of a chance that it'll respawn later, and it'll be one less thing that you have to worry about. So, getting back to the reason why I was really tentative to getting back into RuneScape, is that number 9? Or is that like a generic version of number 9? Because if we're actually gonna fight number 9, it's gonna be a hard problem to solve. Because, Jesus Christ, like, trying to actually fight that guy in the first episode was complete trash. I don't know. I don't remember having to fight a number 9 light. Apparently he's got like a mini gun on his hand. Oh, he's got like a grenade launcher. Yeah, this has to be like hard mode or something because like I don't remember having to deal with an enemy that was this metal, and that guy is a fucking like that guy is a lightsaber. That's also a spike? What the fuck kind of weapon is that? It's like a slashing sword. This guy's apparently so good at the game, I'm surprised. Well, it's not a no-hit run because we already sussed that out. Are they okay? He's trying to get them to damage each other, which you don't really need to do when you could have done the 100 damage yourself. But I mean, whatever, buddy. I guess you gotta show off for the crowd. Yeah, my gameplay was definitely not this impressive. Like, flailing around, failing upwards. It's just which is why I was surprised that this video ended up becoming a 4-hour-long deal. Because, where was I going with that? Oh, that, somehow, like, he's doing an efficient playthrough, but somehow, at the end... Ringer solution? At the end, it managed to equal out the first, part that we did. Eve is, always on the ball with her investigations. It's almost a complete surprise that she ended up being a detective for, like, biohazard attacks. I'm surprised I never noticed the ammo box here. That would have been a great help if I had noticed something so fucking obvious. Oh yeah, we talked about that. This game has the word comestibles in it, which is apparently just a fucking $5 word for food. You don't need to write comestibles. That is completely a huge waste of time. Okay, no one needs to know that. Especially since apparently Eve doesn't... Well, no, this is Aya. I don't know why I kept calling her Eve. That's wrong. Aya here is not smart enough to really suss it out. Oh god, I remember these fucking enemies. Like, apparently they're only weak to Parasite abilities. Whoa. She just nuked the whole hallway in one go. Yeah, the problem with running away from shit using tank controls is that they're tank controls, and you're in the tightest hallways ever. I think even Resident Evil gave you more room to work with in general. Yeah, I could definitely, like, we'll discuss that this week in the next episode, but I can definitely see why Parasite Eve stopped at 2, and then it just ended up getting spun out and then completely fell off the planet. Like, Square Enix is clearly not interested in bringing anything else more out for this. And I can understand, because it seems like... Well, obviously the developers who made this game are completely long gone. But, I mean, it seems like they already ran out of gas. They put an epitaph on his locker? Really? To fools who would be geniuses and fools who would be fools. I kind of wish we would have had that in the regular... What? This is something I wish that Cheddar would have been here to see. Because this is hilariously stupid. This guy has no idea what the hell he's doing. Who wrote that part out there? Who was here trying to break into this locker and then just immediately gave up? It's like, oh, Bowman took the handle away. Why bother? Also, it's missing a handle. Like, you can't use anything else. I don't know, find a big stick. Find some bolts. This isn't an unsolvable problem. I could kind of see why NPI ended up taking longer than we did. Oh, really? Really? Oh, I'm guessing there's actually no water in this. No, not the water's just currently turned off because obviously, you dumb asshat. Aw, damn, there's a rat in the toilet. What a terrible design for this bathroom. She's just running around, waving the gun at a chicken man. I wish I had infinite bullets to waste. That would have made everything so much easier. Yeah, just this game's monster design is like... It's just complete trash. Like, the fucking... I remember even early in the game, I'm pretty sure they had the Tyrannosaurus Rex statue. I mean, technically statue is probably just a full skeleton. But they had it. They had it earlier, and now we're running around fighting fucking man horses and fucking chicken men. It's just, I don't know what the fuck was going through their minds when they designed these fucked up goddamn creatures. It makes no sense. Yeah, almost 4 hours on the dot. I'm really surprised. We have to establish every person who's ever lived here because it's all important. Oh, really? He doesn't just have a bunch of, random people's photographs? I love how Aya is so poetic. How do you have that much equipment on a bunk bed? God, just the bizarre, like, amount of work that went into Whitehead that went into this game is just really surprising. Because somebody wrote this out in Japan in, like, 2000. A 2-bit counselor, if that. Well, then why does it have a name on it? Why is the name Hunter? I thought you said that it did it, like, 2 seconds ago. It looks like no one lives here. Oh, but it looks well lived in. That doesn't make fucking sense, Aya. Why are you reading everything? I don't know. He wrote a book for his dissertation and then it got published? Is that a thing? Well, why would he send that to you? You're a cop. Why would you need high-level science? It's full of goo. It's full of mold? Oh my god, Bowman died in this bed. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can tell what rotten fish smells like. I don't think that's impossible to deduce, Aya. Oh my god. Oh, Chandra Nalar lived here. I'm surprised that it's still intact. What were they down here for like 10 years? No, it was used by a couple of soldiers. Yep, definitely soldiers. I mean, I guess Chandra is the last name, but that's really weird, I guess. Definitely full of useful information. I'm glad that we took a look. Hey, it's number 9 again. This has to be on hard mode. Like, I never encountered a number 9 in our playthrough. I think it was more like fish and the giant blobby men. I love the completely slow fall down. The ultimate incompetence of the world's stupidest soldiers. Somehow even worse off than genome soldiers. Yeah, seriously, we didn't have to deal with the number 9s. We had to deal with, like, the flesh monsters. Which, you know, made sense considering this is the lab where they fucking came from. But yeah, now that we're kind of falling into regular gameplay, I was really tentative on the fence about getting back into Memoir because I kind of had a problem the last time that I seriously took up WoW, and it just ended up consuming way too much of my free time. Like I kind of had a problem a few years ago with it, and I ultimately did stop for one reason or another. But I seem to be holding it together a bit more better with RuneScape. I'm about halfway done with what I'm intending to do with it, so that's great for me. I don't have to worry about it too much. Like I said, I'm about halfway. I'm only interested in doing the quests in that game, and I know a lot of people just stick it out for like the skilling, or they're just there to make it rich, which I have enough respect for, but it's just not my bag. I want to do other things with the game. I kind of want to do what I consider the actual interesting part. But, you know, you can do what you do, and I don't know what I'm gonna do if I start ending up hitting brick walls, and it's like you gotta level up 30 times to do this quest, because I've kind of already been doing that with like leveling up my archery skill. I think I had to level up like 10 times, but a good thing that RuneScape has added in the intervening years is that they have like stuff that you can earn, quote unquote, earn them in game, and you can use that to like seriously accelerate your experience. But I mean, they give you enough. I played it around Christmas, and I got plenty of keys to get to basically buy the loot box that the game has. I don't know. So, I mean, I'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of hoping that the end game stuff is going to be like right on the end of the list. What I decided to do was I basically pulled up like because RuneScape has a reputation of being basically a solved game at this point. It's been so well documented that, you know, everything you would want to know is publicly available knowledge. So what I ended up doing was like getting like a list of the most efficient quest, you know, order, and I've been following that ever since, and it seems to be working out all right. So it's definitely been good for me. I'm actually surprised that I'm able to balance doing that with doing my video work. And yes, as I continually say, my next video is in consistent production. It's just that it's such a big project that really it's gonna take a little bit longer. But it's honestly, comparatively, it's almost done. I think I have like 7 segments to go, which is great. It's just that these are probably gonna be the longest segments of the lot. So you're still gonna have to be patient. I could definitely see if I end up dragging my feet, especially since I have projects like this that happen to come up every now and then. It might end up taking like another month, to be honest. It has the possibility of doing that, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm just kind of trying to err on the side of caution. And then on top of that, I'm still playing Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem's been an interesting sort of journey for me. Because, like, these games, I would bet, are probably substantially, probably even longer than a few of the Final Fantasy games. Like, these strat games are taking quite a long time. And just lots of chapters, lots of text. Like, a very, probably one of the densest games I've ever seen. And I thought that my usual co-commentator, Cheddar, was kidding when he said that it would take me like 6 months to play through the franchise. Because, like, the franchise as it stands right now, if you're not doing the Japanese stuff, is like, at most, it's 14 games. And I played series that were like 30 games long. So I didn't think it would be such a mess, but it ended up that he was right. Like, I think I'm about like 1 game away from the halfway point, and I think I've been playing these for probably around like 2 or 3 months. And I think the problem is that I kind of get worried playing Fire Emblem because it's such a stressful series. Like, you have to constantly be overprotective of your units, you have to have like the best strats to go, and then you have to worry about them just throwing in like random reinforcements or just gimmick units or gimmick attacks that just like will deliberately fuck you over for barely a justifiable reason. It's very annoying. But I mean, I think I would appreciate it more if it had like a really, really good story. But most of the time, even like the good stories, it feels more like it's Game of Thrones light edition. Like very, very light. Kid-friendly edition. Honestly, the current one that I'm playing is probably one of the darkest in the franchise as I've seen. But even then, it's like dark for Nintendo's standards. So like barely off like bright light in terms of the fucking comparison, I guess. That is the most elaborate goddamn vending machine I've ever seen. I guess I did forget to actually look at the card reader, so you know, whatever. Actually, I think in our playthrough we actually have that card already. The last thing that we did was what the hell? Well, we definitely didn't get that fucking item. Maybe it's one of those New Game Plus things. I don't know. At least we get to finally figure out what the hell was in the weapons locker. Oh, it's just full of infinite bullets. Because clearly this player definitely needs infinite bullets. You know, not me. I definitely didn't need that. Ugh. So annoying. Is it seriously just full of ammo? Okay, not like guns. You know, what usually implies when you say armory. What the fuck is that thing? What do you mean how is the gun defective and in the armory? What the golem arm switcher? Is this like access to the next room, like the freezer locker? It's the best shotgun ever. It's the mystery shotgun. Really, that's it? Just the mysterious riot shotgun? Yeah, we know. We saw that from the back. Okay, so what the hell is in here? Like, what's in this freezer thing? Wait, this isn't a freezer. Well, Aya, why'd you even go in there? You just need to establish it for later that a room exists? You were able to open it now! You could just go in there. Aya. Ugh. I don't get what the fuck her deal is. So what else could we talk about? I talked about Soren on the last, episode that we did for, I don't remember what the fucking game is called, because it's like, it's the Danganronpa Another Episode thing, but it's got an actual subtitle, and my brain's just spacing on what the hell it's called. We did an episode on that yesterday, and, that was very interesting, because it was probably the best case example of blind, like, why there's an appreciation for blind LP. I think the problem with appreciating blind LP is that most of the time, when you're doing blind LP, a huge problem that you can fall into is that you end up either being too much in your menu, or you end up just getting lost because, you know, you don't know what you're doing. And if you're not going to edit it, like, you know, the balancing act isn't really edited because it's just a full stream thing, then that can get very annoying. But the last episode we did, episode 4, was very interesting because it was a double, like, surprisingly a double blind thing. Neither of us saw the content that we did coming. And it was some real, like, some legitimate real shit. Like, I split the difference. That was the one time that I actually, edited the title of the stream to something different. I usually keep the first thing that I think of, because, I mean, whatever the title of the episode is gonna be, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I actually have to go back and edit the episode name for the last episode, because I think I wrote down that it was gonna be the game's ending, and that was... Oh wait, no. That might have been the original Parasite Eve. I'm gonna have to double check. Because the one labeled the ending might not actually be the ending, I guess. Where the hell was I going with this? I know I was going to talk about Fire Emblem no, wait, I was going to talk about the episode we just did, which was after the Fire Emblem thing. Yeah, it deals with, I was going to say that the description I wrote that I added later was, basically, we ended up getting hit in the head with some, like, legit trigger warning shit. And, nothing obviously explicit happened, because if it was explicit, I'm pretty sure that, one, we probably would have known about it, because then the game probably would have gotten famous for being, like, really edgy. But, I mean, it's a visual novel, so they're not going to go through the effort of doing the full animation of that, and honestly, I doubt that the people at the studio would even want to draw something that, it's not really horrific. I guess that everything about it was, I ended up titling that episode the Uncomfortable episode, and that's the best way to describe it, because it just gets into some iffy territory. Because the whole bit is that, your villains are children, and it seems like they're all abused in one way or another. The first couple of bosses were, you know, it in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't super bad. It wasn't, you know, they were in a bad situation, but it wasn't hard to talk about. And then you get into the sexual edge with the third one that we just did, and for whatever reason, they layer it on real thick. Like, they are consistently talking about all the detailed stuff. Well, not really detailed, but kind of like really detailed metaphors, I guess would be a way to describe it. Okay, this was a thing that, clearly NPI knew better about Parasite Eve 2 that we didn't do. They did a lot more backtracking than, like, out of the lab. We stayed essentially in the lab the whole time. Which, I mean, for this game, I'm not really worried about the fact that we're probably gonna get the bad ending. Because, like, I had a lot of high hopes for Parasite Eve 2, but then after Dryfield, it just felt like it let itself down. Like, it just doesn't have the creative energy that it did during the original. It's just honestly not as fun. Which is kind of weird considering it seemed like they had everything on track at the start, but it's like, it doesn't seem like they really had the ideas for the game. Like, just like the general ideas of where they wanted to take the story. Because this game just starts with her pointlessly moving from, like, New York to California, and then the rest of the mission takes place in bumfuck Nevada. It's like, it's a very odd, like I said earlier in the video, it's a very odd, like, distribution of where they put their money and their time. I don't know, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. But yeah, it got uncomfortable, and then we ended up kind of getting into it because, we had a, and just to kind of put a pin in it, we had a kind of dumb and elongated argument about, like, the scientific implications of what they were talking about, and that kind of just made it worse, because we ended up having to stare at the uncomfortableness for, like, another 15 minutes longer than we needed to. I think that's gonna be about as edgy as the game is going to get, because, honestly, I don't think it could. I don't think it has the balls to go darker, or, like, whatever it could even think of to go darker than that, because I think it would have to be some sort of, like, elaborate murder. And I don't think they're gonna have the balls to do something like elaborate murder. Yeah, I don't know where this is going. I thought I edited out all the backtracking for, like, let me double check. I might actually have to edit this, like, now. Hey, I'm back. I decided to edit a little bit out of the video, because, basically what ended up happening is that she backtracked back to the pickup truck, and then essentially just walked back here. So I figured we might as well just cut all of that backtracking out. I mean, no one wants to see that bullshit. We gotta get back to the save box. Why the hell did I start the save box? No one wants to look at this either. I apologize. But yeah, where was I? I was talking about the uncomfortable episode, and then on top of that, we also had a pretty odd argument about whether we were one of the machines that she invented we were going to call the Tickleatron or the Gropatron. And after thinking about it, I think we settled on calling it the Molestatron, because that's essentially what it was. And that's kind of a problem that Spike Chunsoft obviously had in writing that chapter, is that we can't show any of the explicit shit, so, you know, it's kind of hard to tell what's happening, like, in context, because, like, the other thing is, like, how she managed to avoid the Molestatron doesn't make sense in context, because she's obviously tied up, so how could she defend against something while she's tied up? It's just honestly kind of a big mess. Okay, so we're back in the weapon locker. I'm guessing we're just picking up some kit. If this stuff continues happening, I might actually edit more out of this video, because I I kind of want to get shit moving. I don't want to deal with the fucking, like, maintenance of the character. Just give me a second. You'll probably cut another minute out of this video. Okay, so for whatever reason, it seems like he was prepping for the next part of the level. Because, like, the major cutscene is happening, like, right now. Where we get another amnesia flashback that we saw in the LP that we did. I think we saw this during the first episode where, a child who looks like I don't know if they explicitly tell us that they're the same. I mean, I guess considering that she is having this flashback at all, I mean, is kind of an implication that obviously they're the same person. Yes, and then they use a lightsaber to break down the door, because why not? And for whatever reason, the uniform in this facility is the shortest skirt ever built. And then we meet up with the cocoon monster. She was slightly terrified by the giant cocoon, and then she ended up fainting on the spot as an adult, 15 years in the future. We're getting some important questions. And I'm still wearing the same short skirt from all those years earlier. What a surprise. God damn it. Everything's shit. We're gonna have to give up now. You gotta love how Aya hesitates because it's so important that she double and triple check her personal safety just to make sure the elevator doesn't kill her completely. Yeah, it's a sturdy door. Checking it twice is not gonna make it less sturdy. Oh yeah, those are the things we were fighting, the blobby like Stretch Armstrong guys. That have one whole sound effect between them. You get a special animation when you kill them via shotgun. Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't seem like the shotgun is all that special. Huh. Oh, you did it, Aya. Congratulations. Yeah, we're getting deeper into the lab. We're getting into the septic tank now. We're eventually going to be seeing key collection, finally moving some progress forward. I'm actually kind of surprised we're seeing these enemies, because I swear that I saw these enemies like before this room. Hello, I am the monster who is also a vacuum tube. Boy. Don't you love me? You're my mother. Mother, why did you banish me to the poo tank? It's bad in here. Yeah, I think the first time I just decided to run out of this room because, between all the turrets and the blobby men, I was just taking way too much fucking damage. So that's not great. And like I said, it's a 10 BP goddamn penalty. Basically worthless. It's the main corrido. I'm still here, Aya. You killed my little brother. You're not going to stop us. Oh! Even being triplets, we let her escape. Why? Everything sucks. Why did you do that to me, Aya, you bitch? You can't stop what's inside. You know, we definitely need the horror chords for this incredible situation where everything's tense and terrifying. I mean, yeah, MPI is really good at the tank control fleeing, which is it's more of an art than a science. Damn it, you killed Bill and Phil. Mom, why did you do that? Why is your gun made of poo? I'm behind. Ow. But why? I could have been a dentist when I grew up. But you killed my dreams. Oh yeah, we talked about this for a while because this elevator takes you to literally a particular area. Which doesn't make any fucking sense. Because every area ever made is a particular area. They have no better way of fucking describing it. Ha, you're silenced. What are you gonna do now, bitch? You can't. Ow. Damn it, she shot me. No, I'm blind. How did that only give you 60 XP? That was fighting 4 turrets. That is some bullfuck. Wait, why'd you even come down here? You just shot the turrets and then left. You didn't even want to look around. I have some weird goddamn priorities. What she's doing don't make no goddamn sense. Can't there just be like locked signs above the doors? Why are they all green anyway? If they're all locked, they shouldn't be green lights. And now here's the AUG. Do you wanna go back? Well, then why the fuck was there even a prompt there, huh? You don't check the button before you use the button? Why are you even down here, you weird lady? We're gonna get it on in the sex room. The dirtiest fuck sex room. Oh, I remember this. There's a cola, and also the world's longest file. You guys have got to see this. Like, this is some... like, I thought that it was ridiculous, but I didn't think it would go this fucking deep in. Like, it goes to the level of complete absurdity, and then somehow it goes just beyond that, to the entire stratosphere of being annoying. Especially since nothing this guy says makes all that much sense ever. This guy just comes down here and then just stares at everybody like a complete dickhead. I'm gonna go over and swear at that fucking monkey who won't shut up. This is a normal human being. Yeah, because who the fuck buries an experimental animal? He's also sleeping at my desk. What a prick. Well, if you're... why would they deny you a fucking transfer if you're not even working? What are they doing? That's why I'm not allowed to do it anymore. If he's not working, then what the hell is he doing now? What is he writing about? Bowman had been volunteered to become evil. The file is still going. It's still more words. You know, that seems safe. And now he's perfectly normal. You know, considering his fucking standards. Well, why are you feeding him people? That's a terrible idea. I'm glad to see this. Fuck that guy. He also burned himself on the heater because he's dumb. What? How the fuck is Bowman 9 feet tall? And also, why is... And now... It's still going. Well, who wrote this? Who's writing this now? Yeah, we just decided to put all the evil monsters in one cage because we thought that was a fucking brilliant idea. So yeah, that was a fucking 3-minute file! What the fuck? Yeah, that's normal. You know all those monkeys who have their somehow have their brains explode? How can we not market that sort of chemical? That's not okay. Even Resident Evil rats aren't that bad. Mostly because they're eating people, they're not eating each other. Alright, you better let those monkeys out of the cage, otherwise they're gonna eat each other. I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't already eaten each other. Oh yeah, this is where they reintroduce our favorite fucking leeches. Or tapeworms? Oh yeah, what are you doing? You just pushed it into a corner and then left. Why'd you even look in there? What are you doing? You're just pushing the enemies around. Huh. That didn't even hurt him all that much. Apparently they're really susceptible to burning. So let's break out the flamethrower. Oh yeah, pick a fucking spot and start shooting. What the hell are you doing? Are you just actually waiting for them to burn themselves to death? Because they're gonna tell you that's kind of a terrible idea. No, I have to fill up my HP, otherwise I might die. This is a very bizarre battle plan because NPI should be skilled enough at the game to start just tearing all these assholes' faces off. Well, that took fucking ages. Again, you have a shotgun. You could just shoot them. This is not a hard strategy to follow, Eve. Aya. Who's also Eve. There was a stim in the garbage? You know, just a pizza that looks like a lasagna. It also looks like meatloaf. That, you know, just also looks like puke. Yeah, you know that fucking cheese and powdered milk, that's for the lab pets. I do not understand this game sometimes because, like, it seems to have, like, a mind of its own that doesn't seem to be following reality too well. And then it's just, like, inconsistent a bunch of times. I can't really, like, get on its groove. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh wait, it's that guy. Yeah, he just drops from the ceiling, hits us in the leg, and then disappears. Well, it can't kill us, we have the shotgun. Shotgun defeats zombies. It's just a fact. It's a fact of video game life. Of course it's fucking locked. Fuck you, game. I came all the way down here for nothing. Just to get attacked in the leg. Wait, what are we fighting now? I thought we killed everything. They can turn invisible too? Huh. Well, how did that reveal where he was? What the fuck is this guy doing? Teleporting? I am really glad I didn't have to fight fuckheads like this, because this is just cheating. It doesn't even seem like what they're doing makes any fucking sense. Like, what the fuck is this guy? The attack pattern on this enemy doesn't make any fucking sense. He's just like... Apparently he's like invulnerable. He teleports around twice and then he goes over there every time and then runs over here for no reason. Like, even if I'm not there, he tries that same attack. Seriously, is this like the easy mode, the hard mode, the new game plus mode? Like, what form of the game is this? He barely has any attacks. Why do the teleporting if he's not gonna do anything with it? Why have a laser beam and not use it to shoot me? Why has this guy got so much health? Yeah, I have no idea what the hell's going on, because this guy does not make sense. I don't know why Aya spent so much time waiting for that to happen when she literally could have killed him at any time anyway. Wait, a flamethrower? Huh. Weird. I wish I had knew how to examine my items, because I got a couple items that I can't fucking even identify. Yeah, because item identification. What a brilliant thing this game needed to be even more special. Ugh. Welcome back to pain. It's me, your waiter. What the fuck is that guy doing? He's just standing still. Well, not I is just humiliating this guy. Why do you need it to be hit once? He's got like some sort of super armor? Come on, NPI, this is just getting silly. Why are you... You have, like, access to infinite bullets anyway from the armory. Why are you, like... Why are you worried about not wasting... Why are you worried about not wasting your ammo now? I mean, all you need to do is go back up to floor 1. It's not a hard place to get to. I mean, is this guy supposed to be, like, stupidly armored? Is that why he was going for that strat before? Or is it just that it's not a long-range shotgun? Yeah, that doesn't bad. How about this? Get up right next to him, and then, you know, you can run around him. You clearly have enough time to get over there. Just go. Oh yeah, you have options. Don't pick this one. Oh yeah, you're being a dumb fucking ass. What the fuck is this? Seriously, what the hell is this bullshit? Like, I thought MPI was playing this game a lot better than us, but, like... I mean, I know I didn't have to fight the number 9 squadron, but still... We were having a lot easier time dealing with the fucking blobby monsters. They didn't even have guns. They just had big floppy arm noodles. That was worth it. Yeah, I mean it wasn't, but still. Why did you even come down here? Like, you ran around, you didn't find a goddamn thing, and you just left anyway. I mean, I know it's hard to, you know, figure your shit out here. It's a maze of ridiculousness. Are you sure you can't do better? God, I thought I had a hard time with this level. That's probably because I was running away from the combat, and it seems like MPI is goddamn, like, is dead set on doing all of it. It's not even necessary for someone who has 200,000 BP. It's a lot. Like, you have enough BP to literally buy everything everywhere all the time. You don't need any more goddamn money. You do not need to kill this guy. You don't need to literally kill anything ever again. I mean, I guess you do have to kill to get your MP back, but, I mean, there's gotta be other ways you can do it. Again, the weird amount of detail in this game is that they recorded different footstep sounds for all of the different types of floor in the game, and they're correct. I don't understand why the completely disproportionate level of fucking work involved. Aya is always on the ball. Always looking for inconsistencies. What else could we talk about? I would want to talk about more about Fire Emblem, but I don't know what else I would even have to talk about. I'm pretty sure that eventually, maybe about 5 years from now, if we're not going to have all 3 of the remaining Japanese-only games of the series on the Switch or whatever comes after the Switch, if they're not available by then I don't know, I have a hard time believing it, because, like, they're still referencing, like, in the new games, the Japanese-only stuff. So I think they have half a mind to... I mean, I know they don't have a ton of games to work with, but... I think they have half a mind to be remaking them for their... making another Echoes series. Aw, shit, we got stuck in the science... We got stuck in the science trap. Time to abandon the fucker! Woo! I'm glad I figured that out, like, just before I was about to get killed, because, like, I would have straight up died, and obviously I wouldn't have saved properly before then, so, you know, rough with the smooth sort of thing. So yeah, we get dumped into Star Wars Episode 4, and likewise, we're going to be seeing a thing here today. Hopefully, it was edited to just be... just the one time. Because, I do not want to see too much of this. I don't know what you have to say about it. Hello, I am here for housekeeping. They chained me up here and I can't deal with it. Why did they throw me away? Hello, it's the Demon of Song, PSX version. You can't stop the demon. Oh, I'm too blobby. I wonder how quickly he's going to be able to make a mess of this guy, considering that, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's that hard of a boss fight. I think you made it harder for yourself to dodge that, considering you're just generating sparkles now. Yeah, I think this boss fight is going to be done pretty quick, considering that he's doing, like, I don't know, what is it, like 1,000 damage in, like, a minute? I mean, I know this guy is kind of tanky, but, I mean, he wasn't all that bad. He seriously is chained to the ceiling. I don't know fucking why. Oh, I should reuse the joke, that this guy is literally King Dodongo from Zelda. And apparently he also has no ass. Yeah, I think we're gonna be out of here pretty quick because there seems to be like an audio split soon, pretty major one. So yeah, like he made real quick work of whatever the fuck this boss is supposed to be called. Probably just call him the sewer monster. I can't imagine anyone has enough respect for this boss to really put a name to it. Wait, is he already done? Really? You just needed that last 50? No, he turned out to be a robot the whole time. It makes all perfect sense. No biological creature would look this stupid. What the fuck was with that mouth? Okay, so the garbage compactor was designed to be a trap. Because they ran all the power through the monster instead of the door? Oh, it's, It's that guy, it's Bowman. It's not that bad. I mean, it's really fucked up, but it's not all that horrifying, disgusting. I don't know. We gotta design it with this giant door just in case we gotta dispose of something like really, really big. It's all in the manual. Yeah, but it's not dead. Fuck. You thought you could get away from me? Oh, I'm immortal, bitch. I got 4 lives in this body. Hopefully we can find a cybernetic ninja to help us. Yeah, I think you're fine in the tiny alcove. Considering that somehow the boss literally can't do anything to you while you're standing there, making this challenge kind of completely fucking pointless. Did he try a suction attack, but it didn't do anything? Get back here, I gotta bleed all over you. I forgot this guy had 2 forms. I wonder if you go for the straight kill, how bad is it? No, he's probably not gonna go for the straight kill. Lady, you can look behind you and see that it's doing something. I'm gonna turn you into a car cube. Not exactly Nemesis, but whatever. Oh no, he's becoming a distortion monster. Who's gonna stop him now? It's lucky that they built a trash compactor that just happened to be the exact same size as the boss itself. So what's the plan now, Aya? You're about to be incinerated in 5 minutes. Was there a piece of fucking loot we could have gotten before if we'd run back into the room? I should have fucking realized that. That was way too obvious. The 5-minute countdown, the fucking, you know, the fact that you were never having any access to the back of the room. Okay, so what did we miss? The woven ring? I have got to Google that. What? Well, that's it. What the fuck is falling in? Oh, it's those children from the boss fight. Lady, you have 50 health. Just leave. You can just leave! Oh, yeah. I don't... It makes no sense why you're sticking around. You can literally run around the problem. Man, I know you got 4 minutes, but you're kind of wasting your time. That woven ring better be one of the best fucking weapons ever, or the best puzzle. Because otherwise, picking it up, I don't know if it has any fucking value. How many enemies do they expect you to defeat down here? This is ridiculous. Like what? 40 guys? Okay, time to book it. Come on, you got 3 minutes. You thought 30 enemies and they gave you fucking 500 battle points? That's it? This isn't the time I leave. Oh yeah, you have better things to fucking do! What the fuck are you doing? Oh yeah, you're about to be murdered! Ah, yeah! Oh my god, this is completely ridiculous. Another battle? You can seriously just cast like Incinerator or something and you'd probably be fine. I mean, I'm just saying. Alright, you have better things to fucking do. I mean, I know this is supposed to be in the garbage, but still, like, the fucking enemies they pick for this fucking, like, climactic part of the game makes no fucking sense. You would have had a better time just dropping in all those horses again. I mean, why the hell not? You put the horses everywhere in Dryfield, why not put them in the... Why not put them here, too? Okay, can we leave? We have, like, probably 90 seconds left before we're fried alive. I'm just saying. Seriously, this woven ring better be the most goddamn important thing ever, because that was... Like, we didn't get any experience out of it, or any money. Like, basically nothing. Oh, finally we got freed. And then it turns out that Chris Redfield actually lived. He didn't get turned into the horse. I don't remember this part of the soundtrack the first time we did this. I went through the mine, same as you? We're calling them dog things? They're horses! Yeah, I just fell into a hole. Why the hell not? I'm somehow perfectly okay. Because, you know, I have cutscene powers. Somehow during the same fall, the zombies all died, but I didn't. Chris, what are you... Being a Lothario does not work for you. Literally, I was just in the trash, dude. Like, how about fuck off? I mean, you don't just touch goddamn hot doors, okay? Especially hot metal doors. That's how you get your fucking hand burned off. Now, the good thing about Chris Redfield is that he actually has, like, one, he actually has good AI, and he has a fucking flamethrower. Stock. Which is great. What the hell is PE data? Does that mean, like, data from the first game? Is that why he's got such good shit, is like he transferred over his first save to his second one? Because it's like a promotion. Attach this to what? I mean, okay. I guess we're just gonna have to take its word for it. You know what? I'm just gonna Google that quick. What the fuck does that do? Apparently it's just supposed to be there for extra items. Which, I mean, okay, but I mean, it doesn't sound all that good. You get extra items! Yay! Okay, so we're coming to about like the first major skip in a few minutes that I put in because I think I said earlier, but basically NPI did a bunch of extra stuff that we didn't do in our playthrough, which I think is partially the reason why we're gonna be getting the bad ending and he's probably going for the good one. So we're gonna be skipping all that because it wasn't a portion of our playthrough, so it's not really worthwhile to be a part of our series because none of the implications of what it is going to be applying to our playthrough. What? Did that somehow, like, his blocking somehow gave us a status effect? Is this guy on roller skates too? This enemy is very confusing. He's got like partial invincibility, he's got tons of health. He's on roller skates. I mean, what is it actually supposed to be? Okay, so this is where we start getting, well, we're already there, but we're gonna be getting access to the sewer interchange. Which is, surprisingly not only a way to get deeper into the lab, or get back into the lab, but I think what it's supposed to do is that it's supposed to connect the lab directly to Dryfield. Which, I mean, it's brave. It's like, I don't know, why the hell did they want us to go back to horrible Dryfield? Where it was just a very bad fucking level. Nothing about it was redeeming. So why the fuck do you? There's so many better things we could be doing. So many worthwhile things. I don't know, it just seems kind of silly. Aya is the most aware of video game protagonists. Stop drowning the fucking employees. It's bad. Yeah, this was a puzzle I didn't understand. 'Cause it didn't seem to make all that much sense. Because I think what you were supposed to do was, like, combine a spider, a roach, and a rat, just one of each. When I swear the thing implies, like, there's supposed to be multiple animals, which means that the puzzle sounds like it's supposed to be more complicated than it is, but it's not. So it's a hard puzzle for me to understand, and even when I did it, it didn't make any sense. My first guess was honestly 17 as a joke, and then I just ended up being basically almost right anyway, which was hilarious. Because just pulling a number out of my ass turned out to be one away from the correct fucking answer. Well, it didn't disappear into the sky, Aya. It's almost like water has to follow the law of physics. At least MPI is somehow playing this in character. And then we got assaulted by... I forgot what... Oh, another worm monster. Oh, another one of them. What a brilliant part of the day. It's a balanced part of any combat encounter. And somehow Chris thought that it was a great idea to bring on fucking flamethrower to the sewers, because that's fantastic. So yeah, like I said, the surprising thing about this part of the game is that it connects the lab to Dryfield. We're gonna end up... Shut up, game. We're gonna end up skipping the part where she backtracks back to the first level, because again, there's characters that she meets there, and there's stuff that she does that, is not applicable to our playthrough, so... To keep things consistent, we're gonna keep it real. As real as we possibly can, without me having to go through the fucking effort of doing all this my goddamn self. Thank Christ for Archivus. There has to be a mode where you play as Kyle through this game, because he's got a full run animation like player AI. So, I mean, he's ready to go. We did it! Yay! Seriously, the rewards you get for killing these guys who are apparently really hard to do so are fucking pathetic. I kinda hate it. What does this button do? I don't think I ever hit this button. The full moon gate. Is there an LCD screen on this stupid thing? What do we gotta push 18 again? Oh, come on. 15? But why is the answer 15? Does the full moon, like, come around every 15 days? Is that the answer? He had to have played this multiple times before. Like, that's the only way I'm going to accept the fact that he somehow knew that answer without even getting a hint for it. Especially on a goddamn system that accepts like 100 different guesses. And now we're back. And instead, we're fighting the blobby men now. Yeah, they're not great enemies. They're the friendly boys that, you know. Okay, so, yeah, more combat in the sewers. Probably would have been a good idea to cut some more of this out of it, but, I mean, we don't... Considering this is survival horror, I can't really cut out all the combat, because it's kind of a fundamental part of it. Just saying. Okay, let's get back into the lab. Let's start using these keys to explore. I thought we already looked at this. Okay. Enter Age of the Fullest Moon. Yeah, Aya is American. I don't know if she originally came from New York City, but she probably did, considering I think her childhood experiments were also in America. I think the problem is it could be in America or Japan, so it's kind of a 50-50 chance on that. Also, it really does not matter. Also, Chris abandoned us during the split, so that's great. I think the thing that happens, if I remember this game correctly, is that we decide to split up. Because as per usual, dumbass survival horror things, they think they can cover more ground if they split up. Which is not, you know, great. Looks like we're gonna be... Looks like another cutscene is coming up soon, so... I forget what happened. I was thinking about putting Dark Souls on the list of things to talk about, but I think I'm gonna wait for that for Friday, because, I don't know, you gotta love the enemy that loves being killed. Oh, that was an odd animation for a monster. She must have picked up an item that heals her after every fight. Because I don't know why she suddenly has a fourth field for unlockables. It's all very strange. Hello, welcome to the funhouse. Okay, he went home. Damn it, Pierce escaped. Isn't that me? Like, I'm in the shelter. Aren't we here? Yeah, we're in the bunker right now. This bunker was owned by a church? Or, like, it used to be a church? The hotel? You mean like the hotel in Dryfield? I mean, you survived, so you're inherently doing a good job. Congratulations, you're fantastic. I'm guessing there was a lot of water down there. Otherwise, why would you try going that way? Oh yeah, there has to be a better way to go about this. Huh. I don't remember going to the basement levels. What's in the basement levels? Oh wait, this is the basement. So yeah, we're getting some fast travel options going. We're gonna be fighting more bugs and another Invisibo. I mean, it's a nice increase, but it doesn't seem to be doing all that much. You know the thing that Silent Hill added around the same time that this game was released? You could actually turn the camera around and actually kind of be a little helpful. Looks like we're about coming up on the 2-hour mark in a few minutes, so that's going to be where I'm going to stop for today. recover, finish the rest of the video tomorrow, and then it should be ready to go. Aw, Mr. Droopy Face. Mr. Droopy Face Butthole. Mr. Butt Plug, no! Now he's just being ultra murdered. He's so disappointed in being killed. And he lost his best friend, Blob. What a shame. What about Blob 2, the Ultra Blob? So yeah, they can't handle being poisoned all that well, apparently. So they're actually made out of pure oxygen. Ah, crap, it's Blobby Man again. Oh, you stop shooting me! I've had so much bad news this week, and now you're making it worse. Why? I have so much to live for. You're a murderer. Okay, we're back in food storage. Oh no, the mold escaped the fridge. And then it got murdered in the fridge. Take it to the fridge. What a dumb saying. Our final moments will be spent in the fridge. That seemed like a pissed off red variant that was like twice as fast. Wait, now she's getting like 78 MP back? How the what kind of fucking item did she get that allows her that much fucking refill? Also, you just passed the item box. Did you want that? Countervolutionary? Oh, wait, are we back in the fucking, bedroom? PPP Fumans? Oh, failures. It's kind of a shame that I didn't end up doing this boss fight, too. I missed out on a whole lot in this game. Hey, buddy. Why'd you do that? I need to kill you more. So how much of a boss is this guy actually gonna be? Because he's... I mean, I'm glad I kind of missed this because he was pretty garbage. It didn't seem very worth it. Oh, are we getting the... Oh, good, we got his card. We actually picked up this... I'm pretty sure we picked up this card in a different spot. I mean, yeah, I think that's... Yeah, it's Bowman's card. Also, it unlocks Neo Arc, so... Yeah, we definitely picked up that card in a completely different area. In the bad ending route. What the fuck is the Ofuda? Wait, isn't the Ofuda one of the fucking, like, charms that goddamn jackass gave us in the first game? He mailed us that again? And then Bowman showed up again to kill you. Stop taking Bowman's things! Ow! Get out of the bathroom, you're taking too long! I was joking about that, come on! How did that do 600 damage? Also, why is there like 7 of them left? No, there seriously is a red variant of these stupid things. The double speed version. And I think that's going to be where we're going to cut it off today. I will see you guys tomorrow for the rest of the video. And thanks for continuing to watch Parasite Eve 2. And we're back in part 2 of episode 2 of Parasite Eve 2. Sequel. We are back to checking out what happens in the latter half of the first half of the lab level. None of this really makes any goddamn sense. And we start as we mean to go on, as Eve continues shooting Invisibos, the fish monsters, the number 9, 8, and 7s. Just really anyone that she can get her hands on. Oh, and also it's Aya, as I'm still making that horrible, horrible mistake. So yeah, considering this is going to be most of my night through this project, getting this finished, depending if I decide to abruptly edit things again, which I might, considering this game seems to have a penchant for running around and maintaining your menus. It's gonna be a while. I'm gonna be talking about RuneScape a little bit, because that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing in between that and the other thing that I plan on doing. Not even doing a video on it. Well, I might do a video over, I don't know, maybe some Fire Emblem footage while I talk about my experiences with the game. I don't know. I guess I'll get on that when I get on that. But for now, we're following a lady, running through her problems, and putting keys in weird-ass locks. I did edit out another point in the future, though, for the good ending stuff that we discussed earlier on in this video. But, you know, you gotta keep what you gotta keep, especially when we got a whole another section in the back half of the video that we're gonna be looking at, which is the I think it's the arc. We finished the entire arc episode and then finished off with a Bosso Fido. So, gotta take another look at that one. But yeah, RuneScape, I'm gonna be doing, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it, considering, you know, it's a long quest. They got their old Questio labels, and gonna sit here with a ridiculous riot shotgun, TMCR. Just make sure that you do not steal. That is definitely a unique weapon specific to Parasite Eve. I didn't even do that as a joke. That was a legit, my brain just completely whiffed on that. It's amazing. But yeah, we're going to be doing Edgar's Ruse a little later. It's going to be a few things you're going to be needed to get. As per usual with these long quests, they require a few items, which is, you know, kind of unique to RuneScape, is that a lot of the stuff you need to finish the quests aren't really found at the scene, which could be annoying, but again, considering RuneScape has such a fucking extensive goddamn crafting menu, it really kind of makes up for all the other mechanics that you have to do, especially with all the fucking level requirements that you have to hit, especially the stuff where, apparently, the stuff just gets up to, like, level 80. God damn, level 80, that's completely insane. But I suppose it could get a lot worse. I'm amazed that I talked through all that, considering that actually nothing's been happening. He's already fully leveled up all of his Parasite abilities. I mean, I don't know why he's thinking that he can buy more, or really needs to at this point. Aya, you're fully ready to go. I'm actually surprised why you're not done with the game yet. I'm sure that a lot of us feel exactly the same way, Aya. You are, not in loose company there. I guess I chose this long play, or whatever, I chose it because it was convenient, but it really does seem to emulate what we actually lost in episode 2, because as a blind Let's Play, that means we got lost quite a few times. Which really isn't, it's kind of the intended way to play this quest, or this game, this level, because it's got like 8 locked doors in it, and obviously every one is probably going to have a single-use key in it, because this really isn't the Spencer Mansion sort of thing. Oh god, these enemies. Yeah, the fucking maggots are just not worth fighting. And again, talking about monster design, like, we had the fucking chicken men, we had the horsemen, and now you just have straight up fucking maggots. Not exactly brimming with creativity. I just don't really get it, because they had good designs in the original game. As much as I would like to blame it, you know, Game of Thrones style, maybe they ran out of book to steal ideas from. I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure there weren't, like, illustrations in, like, a legit novel like Parasite Eve, whatever it ended up being. We saw this strategy before, and I don't know why she utilizes it, because it involves a lot of waiting around, you have to take risks with being jumped on and tackled. This doesn't really make all that much sense. In comparison to my playthrough, where we barely used our PE abilities. Because, you know, we have guns, why would we use our special powers on things like this? They're not exactly threatening. And I don't know why she's being so conservative with her bullets. Like, she doesn't need to be. She's got, like, an infinite supply always available, considering that she solved the black card puzzle. And like we keep seeing, she doesn't need more... She doesn't need more resources. She cheated to get 200,000 fucking battle points. So it's not like we're even fighting these things for any reason. We have infinite fucking resources. I just do not understand it. Hey, it's the Blobby Man. Fuck that, I'm out. Good answer, Haya, good answer. I was thinking about crediting the long play again, considering this is technically my second session watching this video, but I really don't have to because I credited NPI at the beginning of this whole video, so... I love the first thing that Aya does is go to fucking pyrokinesis, which is definitely not going to help against, you know, a robot turret. Alright, you gotta get your game fit. What are you even trying to do? Well, prove me wrong, you definitely did. I honestly don't remember what's left to do in the lab, because, like, I would imagine maybe getting a couple of keys and then getting into the Ark. Maybe. I wonder if this game is going to come with a super dungeon like the Chrysler building in the first game, which, if you guys didn't remember when we did our 3-episode LP, we definitely did not do the fucking Chrysler building because, it was like 70 floors. I think it was like 77 floors of just enemy wave to get to the quote-unquote final boss, which, oh, that sounds like a nightmare, to be honest. It just sounds like garbage. And I don't know, the final boss, I watched it. It didn't seem all that bad, but I think it might have had, like, you know... Actually, I think there was, like, a save point, like, every 10 floors, and that was the way it was balanced. It just sounded like a terrible way to end the game. Like, we're gonna put the final challenge up this giant fucking building. You have to climb up floor by floor. And for whatever reason, the final challenge is just up there for, like, no reason. And I think the final boss was, like, the real Eve, because, like, the mutate Eve that we were fighting was apparently a fake one, or at least not, like, the most powerful version, and, the real one was just all up there. It definitely did not sound like something worth doing. And, I mean, I said earlier in this video, I have some integrity as an LPer. I don't have that much. Like, that sounds like completionist bullshit for me, and if you don't know anything else, like, I am very resistant to completionist bullshit. Like, honestly, completionism by itself, like, as a requirement for any sort of gameplay always rubbed me up the wrong way. Because completionism just does not accept any understanders. What the fuck is you to toilet? What? Is that, like, literally translates to toilet water? Because that's terrifying. I mean, you have any, like, I know you're not a medical student, Aya, but yeah, because that's definitely an above board surgical table. That's, that's your garden variety fucking doctoring, especially considering that's all on fire. Ugh. I think that was a flashback in, like, episode 1. Okay, apparently it is. I love how they include these flashbacks and you think that they're going to be kind of interesting, but then they don't go anywhere. Everyone has an electroencephalograph. Aya, it's not unique. God, the goddamn localization job on this must have been a goddamn nightmare. Not only because there's just tons of fucking text, but they go for, like, the goddamn weirdest technical words that you could pull out of your ass. Like, none of this is necessary. We didn't need in the corner an electroencephalograph. You could have just, I don't know, just had it be a box. I mean, that's technically what a computer is, just a box full of computer nonsense. The fuck is that thing supposed to be? I think I've seen this enemy before. I mean, I obviously definitely have, but what the fuck was it supposed to be? Maybe it was one of those ones that just explode when they get close to you? I mean, they're insanely weak, so I have to assume that's probably it, because why else would you have an enemy take 500 damage in one shot? That's pretty ridiculously easy for this game, isn't it? I don't know what the rest of the game is going to be, because I would imagine a game trying to ape Resident Evil, it's going to end in the lab. So I don't know how big the lab is supposed to be, if it has a bunch of ancillary areas that I'm not aware of, because I thought the Ark was going to be the one ancillary thing that, they had. But, I mean, I could be wrong. But then again, if they're going to have, like, 3 sub-levels to the lab, why not, take the effort and create, a shorter Antarctic episode to at least have it end on some sort of cool thing? Oh, I remember seeing these. Yeah, there's just clones of us and Eve. Because that's how they're working this world domination plan into existence, I guess. Like, the goddamn plot of this game has never made any fucking sense. Because, I don't know, it just seems like it comes off half-cocked, and if they, like, use mitochondria as, like, some sort of plot glue, like, plot duct tape. Oh, I think I remember this. I think this was a Final Fantasy VII reference, which it didn't make all that much sense, because literally it just says Eris Volume 9 on it for no reason. I mean, if that was supposed to be a reference, it's a pretty bad one. I mean, I know this is supposed to be a long play, but, like, why do you feel the need that you have to click on everything? So much of this is unnecessary. I wish I could remember how we even got to Wanley Illuminated. What the what? Seriously, who the hell got murdered on this localization job? Who the fuck spent the long hours to make sure that aseptic was properly in English? I mean, I'm bitching about all the locked doors, but it seems like NPI is just flying through them. I mean, good on him. Oh, I think my video player lagged out for a second there. Not really sure why. I don't know why. Again, I don't know why they feel like Aya needs to kill every enemy that she comes across. It's completely unnecessary, especially since they just keep respawning anyway. Doesn't exactly make a whole lot of sense. It's just blowing out the fucking timer to... we're gonna be together for the entire 3-hour run. I don't know if I'm gonna end up getting bored by the end of this and just start cutting out this fucking enemy encounters, but... I don't know, it doesn't really feel in the spirit of the Let's Play, which is essentially why I'm doing all this. Why you get to sit here with my effervescent personality while I natter on about fucking Fire Emblem, RuneScape, and WoW of all things. I mean, honestly, I'm just using RuneScape to take a break from Fire Emblem because, like, I'm on the end game of a Fire Emblem game. Not literally, but, you know, we're getting close. And that always just fills me with a weird sense of dread, to be honest. Because I know that they're gonna pull some, like, bullshit challenge out of their ass. They're gonna pull some new unit. They're gonna, you know, bombard you with units. And even with fucking save states all the time. Because, like, I don't respect this form of I don't really respect this form of strategy game in general. Because, you know, rather than being a straight strategy game, it's a strategy game in which every one of your units is named and can get ridiculously built up and have all this experience, and there's no fucking safety net for them. And I know that people will, you know, if I ever bitch about that, and I probably will bitch about it in, like, 2 years when I start working on the Fire Emblem video, because, like, Mega Man and Sonic are in line for that before anything else. Oh. What? It's an artificial fetus, I guess. Well, that would explain the breeding room. But, I mean, if it's supposed to be a ball of flesh, why are the artificial organs not in the body? What? I mean, Resident Evil gets really fucking stupid, but I don't know. I don't think, like, people even working for Umbrella would look at this and think that they're doing all right. Like, what are they trying to actually do? You made a body with 4 eyes that doesn't even seem like it's functionally alive. What's the end game here? Because literally Umbrella made sense. Like, we're just gonna stick this incredibly unstable virus into literally anything to create biomonsters. Like, that makes sense. Oh, I remember this fucking thing. Like, it just shows, this is like a microcosm of this game, where it's got like this unnecessary detail, where this worm, it's got animations for this password screen, and also the password does not make any sense, because I think the way that you're supposed to find it is that it's written down in a file back in the bunk bedroom. Like, literally, we didn't solve this, because that sounded like such an asinine puzzle, plus the password is like a legit password. Like, it's a password that would make sense. Yeah, it's just like, why put all the extra effort in? It's really charming, but, like, it's completely meaningless. Okay, now we're probably gonna get into more of the files. Why is everything unavailable? I remember reading all of this. Do we need to give, like, level D password? Oh, I remember this. We have to solve like a legit quiz. Mitochondria Eve. That'd be me. No, wait. It was Melissa. It was Melissa. I think I had to solve like 9 questions, and the weird thing is that they actually have a lot more questions for you to answer. This is the weird thing, like, this is the one point where, like, Aya as a character starts asking the computer questions. Like, you don't get to choose. It's a really interesting way to do a file. Sorry about that. I wonder if that's anything important. Taking a phone call during an LP, what a classic blunder. They're just explaining the whole, like, how all of this stupid bullshit... Why do they say revitalize? The human race was considered dead for life in 2000. Like 1999 when this game was being developed. Which is kind of ironic that we needed revitalization before 9/11. I mean, come on, guys. I don't think this game is supposed to be set in the future, so I guess technically, in a weird sort of way, this game kind of takes place before 9/11, which, considering how sci-fi it is, sounds like a very odd thing. It's like, we can imagine a world where somehow this stuff exists, but not ultra-terrorism. We haven't sussed that part out yet. And we're planning it very, very well, as you can tell from our artificial children. Oh my god. They literally can't be functionally alive. I mean, once you unplug them, they're fucking dead. Maybe those abortion people had a point. No, they fucking don't. Making an LP in 2022. Have to really resist not going for the fucking stupid-ass, easy political joke. Oh, we don't get to hear any more bullshit fucking lore. What a shame. I kind of wish games kind of did this a little bit more, like have the player characters speak more for themselves. They literally have our full goddamn dossier ready to go. I love how FBI decided they needed a mitochondria team for whatever the fuck she's doing. And you know, all of their outfits, all of their uniforms, all of them include cowboy boots. Aya, pick up the phone, you stupid prick. Aya, pick up the mother effing phone. I thought she wasn't gonna do it, considering that there's like no sound here. Oh, is Pierce actually talking to us? I'm guessing we didn't what? Oh, he says wheel freak. I thought he was calling us a freak. But yeah, we don't get this dialogue because I think we talk more to... We either talk to a completely new character or we talk to Chris Redfield. Pierce somehow managed to fucking flounder himself into the shelter that we're looking for. And yet he doesn't have a fucking gun. Well, if we end up going into an area that I didn't go to, then we'll just have to skip all that and we can move on a little bit faster. But yeah, I think either in the bad ending this is replaced either by talking to Chris Redfield, or Why Do You Have the Blues, or a completely new character who decided to help us for, you know, kind of no reason. Again, I don't feel bad about going for the bad ending, you know, accidentally, but not for this game. I do not give a shit about getting the good ending for this game. I'll get the good ending for Silent Hill. And really, you can only get that good ending on a walkthrough, just because it is so ridiculously weird to make it happen, that you're really not even going to notice it until the end. And to be honest, you could very, very easily whiff finding the stuff that you even need to do it with. It's a really obtuse section of Silent Hill. I don't even know if I'd say it was really worth it, to be honest. It's not exactly a rollicking, interesting story differentiation. Love how he shows up to the field just to get shot in the head. It's almost like he wanted to live for a better reason than that. Well, we can't ask him anymore. He's fucking gone. So we might be going for the Ark, or we might be going for that key to the Ark. I don't really know what we're actually trying to do. Oh, hey, Blobbo, what's going on? Yeah, I just do not understand. Like, even Resident Evil wasn't this bad on the respawning enemies. Like, you know, they had some when you, like, passed major chapters, for the obvious reason. But, like, it wasn't like Castlevania where you fucking leave a room, go to a different room, come back, and there just is exactly the same monster from before. I mean, I know this isn't really a survival horror game considering how many infinite ammo buckets exist. But, I mean, I don't know, it's just why have all the fucking combat in the world? It's not really livening up the experience. I say that now. At least we have access to fucking just immediately annihilating a fucker that just looked at us hella wrong. Thank Christ for that. Just got... Oh, I remember this part. No, we definitely did this before, but I think in our playthrough, we ended up meeting up with Chris Redfield, where I think she's gonna end up meeting up with Pierce here. Yeah, you saw it earlier! Why are you saying that now? Of course it's alive. I mean, there's definitely something cocooning the fuck up in there. God, look at that thing. Like, that's what I say when the fucking, like, the goddamn effort in this game is all over the goddamn place. It makes no sense. It's like... Oh, there's Pierce. It's like, they'll design that, but then completely fuck up, like, the progression of the game. I thought you were looking for the shelter. What? I thought you were in... Is this supposed to be the shelter? I thought it was a different place. This is a lab. This is very obviously a lab. I do like Aya as a character, but, I mean, it doesn't seem like she's had much to do in this game. I'm really looking forward to the quote-unquote trilogies, and I don't know what the third Butterfly is gonna have in store, considering they had, like, 5 to 7 years to think about it. Look at what? That fucking incomprehensible server? Or are you pointing at, like, the computer next to you? So, yeah, during our playthrough, we looked at the cameras ourselves. And, again, this is great. Like, this is great stuff. Like, this is a point-and-click interface that actually works and is kind of interesting. Because, like, most fucking third-person PSX games did not have things like this. Where you have, like, a full interface that does things. And, yeah, I know that really is just an operation button and 5 cameras. But still, like, they just do not put the effort in on, I don't know what you call it, the clickables, the interactables. It's just... It's really, really good stuff. It really showed that they took their time and really thought about, like, creatively investing in the genre. Because right here we get, like, access to 3 keys and 3 new areas. I forgot this is how we actually get to the Ark. Which is, that's definitely the Ark. I remember seeing that before. At least I think I did. Maybe this is like a full aerial of the forest? I love how Pierce is here to help us find all the answers that we're looking for. Oh, he actually just gave us the full answer. Oh, it's actually labeled the Neo Arc, but everyone just calls it the Arc. Can you hear my fucking eyes roll? I love how Aya just dunks on Pierce immediately for that. How? How do you build an artificial sun? Like an actual artificial sun? Like, does it, like, chemically fire to create heat, or is it just, like, the world's biggest heat lamp? It might be the giant cocoon, it might be one of the bio monsters, it might be the fucking artificial sun, building, like, some sort of perpetual motion machine. Like, have you been here, Pierce? Obviously something's fucking going on. I really wish that I got this dialogue in our playthrough because goddamn that would have been actually helpful. But no! Except Chris Redfield didn't tell us anything about this. Yeah, who the fuck is Kyle? Kyle's gotta be a character that we haven't seen before. Oh, that's what we were doing. Again, we didn't get this fucking information. We just went there and did it. What do you mean, what are these lights? These are like cameras or... Oh. Oh my god, 4 creatures? How are we gonna deal with that? I think I do. Technically, I probably should have cut this out, but... I don't know. Oh yeah, I do remember that thing. We gave it to Pierce and then nothing happened. Yeah, we know. We can see them. They're covered in fucking implants. They're all cyborg monsters. Okay, so there's surveillance equipment, I guess. I mean, it's kind of weird to start suggesting that someone's controlling everything. What do you mean? Okay, so it's another floor. What's your trick, Piers? What am I looking at? All you're telling me is just click next. I mean, oh, that's the arc. Why is it irradiating? Oh, that's... Why is that important? I'm actually surprised because Aya had like some text, you know, when she was working on this room. Is that a typewriter in the back? Or is it like the world's most ridiculous landline? I mean, I'm probably, you know, as long as that stupid giant cocoon doesn't come to life, I'm perfectly fucking fine. I'm gonna hack into that. I'm gonna hack into that cocoon somehow using my power of my brains. Oh fucking hell, Pierce. I mean, if that's a typewriter, that's a pretty overt reference. We know! We fucking know, Aya. We don't need to hear your stupid-ass color commentary. I can tell, considering I watched Pierce do this literally. Oh god, the fucking pyramid. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, we're just staring at a panel. I wonder what this thing was even supposed to be, because why the hell would you have a camera just staring dead on at just a panel, and, you know, not the area around the panel? Something useful? Really? I would have fucking guessed. God, what the hell is up with this stupid-ass game telling us the most obvious fucking nonsense? Why is the Neo Arc generating a giant magnetic field? Is it supposed to be like a fucking, I don't know, an electromagnetic pulse? It's generating so much power that it's knocking out, like, all electricity around it? I mean, I should know, I'm a science lady. Oh wait, no I'm not. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I just came over here to say random nonsense. I know! Why are we still talking to Pierce? We don't need more. He's not a Dark Souls character. You can just leave. He's obviously got nothing to say. Except that he's a giant nerd. Oh my god, it became a little bit more green. How fucking... So yeah, we finally got permission to go down to the Ark, so we're gonna be solving that little problem pretty quick. And hey, it's number 9, our favorite guy. And because of the power of intergalactic potatoes, he feels like he has to kill every single enemy that he comes across. Are these guys... Do these guys got tracking stuff in their bodies as well? Because why would a number not, like a humanoid thing, need a tracking device? Aren't they just your soldiers? I do love how they radiate sparks when they're dead, because that makes it so much more convenient to actually kill them efficiently. Or at least not waste any bullets. Gotta stock up, gotta keep our infinite bullets running. Oh, you have a bunch of fucking full heals and full MP? Really? I didn't find a single fucking one of those stupid things. What a gem. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about finishing the Path of Radiance. I think the last thing I was trying to talk about was... What the hell? Are you serious? In hard mode, you're just gonna get fucking got by completely invisible enemies? Are you insane? Are you serious? It's that same fucking guy from earlier. And apparently he's impossible to kill efficiently. Or at least take damage properly. I love how we just walked into this room and immediately got hit for not only poisoning, but big ol' damage. I mean, I wish I had 12 fucking attachment slots. All the benefits of knowing how to play this game, I guess. You have a machine gun. You have an automatic gun. Just continue fucking firing. Just jam. Or what are you waiting for? And also, why are you standing in a corner? He might attack you. He might actually have AI that'll do something. I don't know. He's not doing anything. Just shoot him. Unless he's like completely invulnerable to damage, which would be the dumbest thing ever. You might as well just expend the goddamn bullets to get it done. Yeah, it would be chip damage, but at least it'd be something. It wouldn't be you just standing there like a fucking twit with a goddamn traffic cone on his head. It's not a boss fight. You have like 500 bullets. Just use them. They exist. What are you doing? Aya, get your fucking priorities straight. What the hell? Yeah, because I definitely need I need this fucking power active for all the bullets I'm not shooting. That's fantastic. You can clearly hurt him when he's in his goddamn, like, mid-invisible state. It's right there. The answers are available, you weird lady. Just completely pointless. Oh, bonus item. A large gun, huh? That is definitely a bonus. Okay, so how do you... Oh, never mind. I don't need that bullshit. That's a Magnum. This is a straight up Magnum. The 44 Maeda? Do you just have to, like, click on the item to see it? It didn't look like she did anything, like, special to even... Because I got unknown items, or at least I have seen unknown items. Why are we going into the parking lot? What's in the parking lot that we're gonna need, like, right now? Gotta load the special gun for the special new enemy. Is that supposed to be a copy of that, like, special, like, Bowman from earlier? I think it's supposed to be a Bowman light. Why is it everywhere we go we have to deal with goddamn turrets and wall-mounted nonsense? Oh, why does that have to be everywhere in our lives? And now we're gonna steal someone's car and get away really fast. Oh, fuck off! This guy again? Like, seriously, that was like 40 damage or something. It's gonna be this again. Like, seriously, I'd run away from this fight. Fighting this guy is obviously not worth it. Why do you need to prep yourself 3 times before firing a shot? Just do it. How much benefit are you even getting for, like, energy shot? That was a jump attack, and he just jumped straight through his target. Like, didn't even fucking try. Why did you reload if you had fucking 3 bullets? How did that do 80 damage? You want to run that by me again, game, you stupid fucker? What the fuck is this guy? That just did 50. Is this like the ultimate counter for like expert players of this game? Is just this enemy that has complete bullshit damage? Like, what kind of fucking nonsense is that? You realize if she gets fucking copped again by just some random damage, he's gonna kill. Just out of nowhere on, like, a 3rd health. Which I know isn't fantastic, but it should be enough. What a bullshit fucking enemy. Well, at least you have some expedience this time. At least you know what the hell you're doing. Yeah, it has to be just click on it and it will reveal all. I love how she's like, no, I got enough powers, I don't need these fucking stupid items. Dumb-ass items just wasting time in my pockets. Gotta throw them away immediately. What the fuck is this thing? Aya, do you have any useful advice? The control room for the giant tube? Oh! So that's what was in there. I'm gonna have to go back to that room eventually. Jeez, the amount of enemies in this game is just impressively annoying. You never stood a chance against my bullshit gun. I wonder if they're reloading the goddamn turrets, too. I mean, I could be wrong on that. She feels the need to cock her gun every time. Which, I don't know, sounds a bit unnecessary. We know you're a badass, Aya, but you're never gonna outdo Jill Valentine. I mean, you're close. If you were more like your original incarnation, you'd be almost there. Why are we going back to the bunk beds? I thought we were going into the Ark. What are we finding in here? Hello, it's me, a giant baby. Are these those things that were supposed to be in, like, the breeding room? Because honestly, they don't look that fucked up. I mean, I guess they are really fucked up, but I don't know, I guess I'm just a bit confused. I guess in survival horror land, they don't look that bad. they're definitely mutated babies. Which, you know, you don't like to see, but they're there. The mutated children. Why haven't you collected that handle yet, Aya? Oh, that was great. Definitely liked going into a room and immediately running into a battle and a baby crying. Okay, they're baby rolling mines? What a weird design. You might want to heal, or you might need another 2 MP to heal. You might want to quick slot your fucking ringers, whatever the fuck. Because, geez, you are one baby away from legit dying. Straight dying. Yeah, I'd waste that on second, too. Yeah, she's gonna be fine for now. I was talking about Fire Emblem earlier, and, definitely not a fan of the, old style, just because all it really does is, it doesn't really encourage, like, you know, what I would imagine people would be like, oh, it encourages drama, and, you know, interesting things happening in, their games, kind of like what people bitch about with Pokemon. But the problem is that if you get into a bad spot over your entire campaign, and honestly, if you just lose, like, 3 units that are, like, important, a major fucking problem, because, you know, there's no guarantee that you're going to be getting better units later on. Aya! You literally ran around that laser, he did like a 45-degree turn, and you still fucking got hurt by it. Still. Aya, you're in the wrong spot. Go somewhere else. You just got shot again because you're being dumb. Aya, you don't have the bullets. What the fuck are you doing, you stupid lady? You're gonna fucking get murdered this way. But at least I think that, NPI was at least decent enough to, edit out his deaths. Or at least, if he ends up dying, I'm gonna fucking cut them myself, because I don't want to see that nonsense. I got better things to do and better people to see. Finally, we can get back to full health. Yeah, I mean, this game really does say it all for why Parasite Eve never made it outside of the PSX era. It's just they ran out of gas. I mean, what would you even do as a Parasite Eve 3? Or, you know, what would the third Butterfly even do as a game? Considering it's not a Parasite Eve game, it's a fucking spin-off. And I don't know how, like, close it's even gonna follow with anything that happened in the other 2 games. I mean, I obviously never seen it before, but I find it a bit difficult to call it a Parasite Eve game just because it seems like it's so out of the box. It's so different that it's probably not even recognizable anymore. Let's see. Okay, so we'll be done around, yeah, around then, so... I mean, hopefully we'll be able to cut something, because it could be wrong. But then again, I mean, cutting stuff would be cutting stuff like this, where it's like, you cut it, like, for the benefit of 2 minutes. It's like, it's not really worthwhile, is it, to cut out, coming into this room all the time. Although, really, then, we wouldn't have lost anything. It would be like 2 minutes ahead. We got more bullets. That's what we got. It's just I don't really understand the aimless directionlessness of Aya, because clearly this is not a new player. Clearly. But then the reason comes up is that why are we kind of fucking around? Like, why don't we just go to the thing? And I know partially the reason is that he wants to fight literally every encounter he comes across. And I still don't understand why, because Unless maybe in hard mode somehow, like, the punishment is increased to, I don't know, maybe like a full 20% of your badge points, which in that case, it really would not be worth it to run away from anything, but I just don't get it. It doesn't really seem to make that much sense. You don't need any more stuff. I mean, you have 9,000 XP now. Why aren't you spending it on anything? Do you think hard mode really just makes the game fucking worse by just putting enemies all over the place and respawning them all the fucking time? You don't need to fight that guy! Alright, you can just leave. It's fine. No one's going to care that you lost 10 badge points. Oops. Oh god, there's 2 of them. Well, being blind isn't the... Especially since you got your poison attack off. You don't need to not be blind! Okay, the poison's gonna do plenty of damage. And now she's in a strobe light. Why is Aya now a strobe light? It's a really weird effect where it's like literally half the time she's like pitch fucking black. I think the other problem is too that we're heading towards the edit point in the video, which means that she's probably gonna head back to the sewers and double back to Dryfield for the greatest fucking gameplay section ever that isn't going to be included. Oh god. This seriously has to be what hard mode is, right? And this... If this is hard mode, this is terrible. Goddamn awful. All you did was just copy-paste the same number of enemies in normal mode just twice over, which is terrible because the fucking enemies are not even competent. Like outside of the number 9 dudes. They're terrible designs, they're bad fighters. Why are we showing so much of them? This does not make any sense. I think I'm going to pause here for a little bit of a sec since I've been recording for about an hour at this point straight. Okay, I'm back. Just decided to do some self-care, I guess, while I was away. This is the same night, so yeah, we're going to have the same energy going. Which is definitely going to help when we eventually get to the arc. We're also eventually going to get a pretty interesting cutscene, which in a better story would be awesome. But Parasite Eve 2, not so much. I'm actually amazed after this episode has ended that we're seriously about only 2/3 of the way through the game. Because again, like, looking at this level, would you have another level after it? And honestly, I looked at some, like, boss guide for whatever reason about this. It seems like there's at least, like, another 4 bosses to go after we're done. I just don't really understand the why here. We, in the first game, were able to go to fucking New York and just have fun in a completely ruined city and go to the museum and, you know, do some interesting stuff. Fuck up the police station. But it's like here, they went back to, like, the drawing board and completely ran out of ideas. Like, it seemed like the tower at the beginning of the game was the only time where they, like, really thought about what they were putting in the damn game. I know the maggots are really shitty enemies. Like, they're really bad. I mean, for you, they're not great enemies anyway, but, you know. They're just really dangerous. Because all they do is just tackle you and jump on your face. Which isn't great. Seems like so much of this game I just called, like, not great, not the best, not... I mean, when I set out to do Parasite Eve, I thought it was going to be, you know, quirky and interesting throughout. But it really seems like the first game was all you get out of that. I mean, is anyone sitting here and really, you know, looking forward to, like, a possible reintroduction of the Parasite Eve series? Because really, you know, considering modern Square, like, now Square Enix in 2023, all I could definitely see is they're just gonna pull the fucking Dead Space thing, where it's like, we don't have any new ideas, and we don't want to take any risks either, so we're just gonna release a fucking nostalgia-fueled remake. And, yeah, people would probably appreciate that. And, I don't know, like, I would imagine a remake would probably just be, like, a frame-by-frame of the same game, or at least a similar... Basically keep all the levels, but, you know, modern controls, basically. You know, I wouldn't imagine we get a Resident Evil 2 remake out of a Parasite Eve remake. But, you know, to be fair, Parasite Eve 2 is probably the perfect candidate for a goddamn, like, legit remake, just because it's such a boring fucking game. Like, I could imagine Dryfield being made like the Resident Evil 2 remake, and it'd probably be, you know, pretty good. Because obviously it has potential, it's an interesting place, it's just... they did not utilize it to any fucking great degree. Again, those baby enemies I just do not fucking understand, because, like, that's what they do. They're not dangerous at all. They're not even annoying. I mean, they're annoying, but they're not useful. And I get the obvious answer is, well, obviously, you know, the planned evolution isn't really planned, it is just mutating out of control on its own merits. But it doesn't have to make sense, okay? This is a fucking video game. As lots of people point out, it's like, video games have controlled economies, they don't have to be balanced. Like, you could completely break the fucking game in half and it wouldn't matter. No one cares that much. Especially the fucking publisher who already knows all this shit isn't real. You know, the only reason it's real is because they can sell the system as a fucking vector for microtransactions. That's the reason why they care. Have we been making any fucking progress for like the last 20 minutes? I feel like I've just been watching Aya backtrack through the same rooms that I've seen before. I don't really get it. I mean, I know from the edit point that she's gonna backtrack to probably that sewer connection. Whatever there must be hella worth it, because, like, why the fuck would anyone willingly go back to Dryfield unless it was a really great reward? Like another good item, another good gun. I don't know, maybe even like an interesting story twist or something. Who cares enough about this game to, like, demand themselves to, like, I need the good ending? It's like, do you really need it? Like, the game's just not worth it. I mean, I'm definitely speaking for my co-commentators gonna be on the next episode of this. Because, like, by this point, I think we were just collectively really bored. Like, that's the thing, it's not... It's one of those games where it's not bad, it's just completely fucking mediocre. I don't know if including the lightsaber men would have made the game better, but it might have helped. I accidentally hit off my fucking headset there. Well, not really headset, but you know. I got a Yeti mic just like most people, it's just I don't know how to fucking use it. So, back to the lovely sewers. then we'll be off to the races for the final... Well, we're not at the final stretch, but... Didn't we kill that guy like 20 minutes ago? I'm actually surprised that he's still dead. You know, didn't have the fucking reload into a goddamn new enemy guy. What did you even come back here for? Do you need a different gun? What do you mean +2? How do you +2 guns in this game? Because that would have probably been a better thing to know. I mean, I don't really care, because, like, the answer to whatever it is that it wasn't explained very well. And so I don't really consider it my fault for why I wasn't as good at the game as I should have been. I love how he's so fucking confident in his own abilities that he's like, I don't need to even fill up on recovery anything. Like, all that shit can stay in the box. For all I care. Maybe the next guy can have it. The fucking B scenario that doesn't exist. God, that was annoying in Resident Evil 2, where you had to, like, intentionally whiff getting valuable items just to give the other character something because, you know, obviously both of them are gonna need it. You know, it's not like they could have just fucking reloaded the item so that didn't happen. Okay, so apparently I cut out whatever the hell this elevator went to, which, I mean, it might have been the whole sewer thing, I don't really know. And we're back. Back from Dryfield. No, the elevator just led directly here. It leads directly to the sewers where you can just dunk on people or right into the poo. Just toss them in. Watch them flail around as they drown in the worst way possible. And then everything will be right again with the world. Wait a second. Did they seriously include the Resident Evil fucking loading stairs? Why do fucking PSX games need... Why can't they do real-time stairs? Why are staircases always fucking loading screens? It's the silliest looking thing. Okay, so we went back for some sort of reason, but it looks like in a little bit we'll finally be getting on to the last part of the episode, which is getting the arc level done and going through all of that nonsense and the very peculiar way that thing is built and flavor texted and just conceived in general, I guess. Oh my... No, I'm not doing this again. No, not a third time. Fuck this. So yeah, I'm not sitting through another fucking menu maintenance section, okay? I'm just throwing that out of the video. We're done with that. Just get to the fucking arc and start making some goddamn progress. I know you probably had to fight like 17 horsemen when you went to Dryfield, but let's get a move on, okay? There are things to see. Sort of. Also, if MPI did not cut a particular thing out of his video, I'm gonna cut it myself because I am not sitting through that again. After doing it my fucking self. Okay? I don't care if it's the shortest thing ever. I am not gonna stare at it because I am sick and tired of seeing it. Especially after playing RuneScape for so long. I say so long, but I think I joined like early December. Or mid-December. So I literally have just been playing RuneScape consistently for about a month. And honestly, I'm about half done with the stuff I want to do. What? Piers, why are you... Also, where are you? Piers? Are you serious, Piers? You piped up to say something that insanely pointless. That incredibly stupid. But Pierce had to fucking get his goddamn big mouth stuck in the scene somehow, just to continue reminding us that he's there. Oh, and finally...
Sir? Yes, come in.
Wait, did this have voice acting? I love how the president always has a fucking presidential band following him and constantly playing marches. I mean, this happened in our run too. I think here it kind of makes a little bit more sense. I love how the march is still going on in the background, but they're putting on the malevolent music. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah. The fuck is SDI? Does SDI stand for something like the OSS that I don't know? Oh, I'm the president. I can't believe I actually have to decide things. I just have the Secretary of Defense do all of my decision making. Congress is too busy literally eating itself alive. So yeah, we got a short cutscene with the president and his gigantic murder laser. That is definitely going to be taken over by South America in 20 years. You know what would have been interesting, Square Enix, while you were developing the game? We could have had a level on the space laser. You know, that could have been something. But apparently that thought just completely went over their heads. Didn't even think of it. Okay, now what? Pierce, we literally just talked! Whatever you were trying to say to me now, why didn't you say it? Oh my... Oh my god! That was an actual facepalm that they animated into the game! What the hell? They actually animated their character doing a facepalm in 2000! I mean, I know it wasn't a modern thing. Obviously, fucking Star Trek was doing it back in the 80s, but still. God, that was before it became a well, not really. But I guess that was technically before memes existed. Again, the voice acting in this game is very slippery, I guess would be a way to put it. So yeah, the Neo Arc is actually not supposed to be evil. It's actually supposed to be a nice zoo. And the hilarious thing is that, the premise of the zoo, it was built assuming that the whole planned evolution thing was supposed to work out. Yep, definitely great for the murder zoo. So I ended up actually fucking up this puzzle and getting lost. Because I think we went the other direction before we realized we should have, you know, started over there. What the fuck is a telomerase? I do love this plot point because this would literally be the same way, like if Umbrella before before Resident Evil 0 built like a memorial to their biomonsters about how great they did before they actually finished it. And then just hilariously seeing that during like Resident Evil or Resident Evil 2. That's fucking hilarious. We're gonna suppress anything we don't like them thinking about. Because we just have the ability to do that. We have full mind control here. We had 100% satisfaction from the fucking subjects who survived. I think you got a little bit of goddamn bias in your fucking study, you stupid panel. I know it's supposed to be a joke, but like, come the fuck on. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I know they're supposed to be, like, building, you know, artificial biomes for their experiments, but what purpose could the pyramid serve in that sort of fucking function? I love the zoo. It's hilariously stupid. Nothing about it makes a fucking lick of goddamn sense. Like, the premise is ridiculous, them believing that, you know, the fucking monsters are definitely gonna be a good thing for society, and apparently it's somehow already working. Just the pure fucking belief in their own experiments is just adorable. Aya, could you keep your eye on the ball for like a second? Just get going. I mean, it doesn't even look like it's asleep. It just looks like it's sitting down. Why did we go through all that bullshit if you weren't gonna if you were gonna attack them anyway? You could have done that at literally any moment. Whoa. I might use that as a thumbnail. That was ridiculous. That was a fucking close-up of the stupid horse monsters that have been completely wrecking my shit constantly. And now comes the 5 scorpions, okay? That's actually a threat. That's a bit of a problem. Maybe I should be using energy shot more, considering it's able to somehow clean house that quickly. Damn, where did we pick up fucking 6,000 experience? Did we pick up lipstick too? How's that gonna help? Do we have to use it, or is it an item we can carry? I mean, I know we're carrying it, but still. I mean, I guess it's a shrine. It could be anything. It's religion. Everything's on the table. Okay, so here's what I said we were gonna skip, because, yeah, this game just has a fucking sliding block tile in it. Fuck! I'm out of here. And we're back. That was definitely worthwhile, because, I think we ended up saving about, it looks like around 5 minutes of that. And if you really do care about what you ended up missing beyond, that last puzzle that opens the door that we need to go through, solving the other puzzle gives you an MP boost too, and the other puzzle, in a complete fucking dick move, just summons like a couple of creatures that fall on your head. Yeah, it just summons a couple of fucking... Oh, we get to this bit. Here's your, flesh whale. It was, built not to move. And it's also full of goo. We built a biomechanical generator. Now, this is something I've never really understood. Is that... I think it's supposed to be a boss fight, but... it's also completely defenseless, as you'll see. Like, even the wall turrets that were built around it don't do anything. It's very strange. I don't really get why this was added into the game at all, because there's no challenge to it whatsoever. It's just we shoot the computer, we shoot the wall turrets, and then we just go over there and shoot it. And it's not gonna do anything to... it's not even gonna, like, be aware of us shooting it. Although it might have some self-awareness, I'm not sure. Okay, so it does have self-awareness, it's just that... I mean, I guess it's really weak to fire. Okay, so, I'm not entirely sure what that does. I mean, obviously it shuts off the power. Does it shut off the power to, like, the door to the other side? Is that what we got out of doing this? Because, to be honest, I feel like a fucking shithead for doing that, even myself. Is to shoot the completely defenseless being that wasn't even doing anything but providing power to a different place. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be editing out anything else in the video. We got about a half hour to go. So, brilliant and all that lovely goodness. My video player is making it look like a lot longer than it really should be. I remember these guys. Killing these fucking crabs is such a pain in the butt. Because, like, they can do pretty considerable fucking, like, continuous damage is really the problem. But apparently not for this Aya, who has managed to find the bullshit greatest weapons available to her. Maybe I should stop complaining and do the research on my own, but then again, considering we're going to be 2/3 of the way through the game, at this point, what's even the point of doing the research? We can't really go back to get those weapons. I'm sure they're all locked out by this point. Huh? Yes, intercom? Or was that just the cue for the music starting? You know, you fought a bunch of monsters, but... Oh, it was a fire alarm. Wait. That's why we killed the fucking generator? Was to activate the fire alarm? I mean, it's a fucking fire alarm. Why is it not just available for Aya to just pull... Just cuz? Why did you... Wow. Yeah, because you know those investors, we gotta show them the zoo first before they're gonna part with any of their money. I mean, I know a practical demonstration is the best way to sell an invention, but this seems completely absurd for, like, that being the point of it. Why the hell would investors care about a zoo that you built, a memorial to your own product? Why would they give a shit? Oh, now we get to the forest level, which is, it's fun. There's some funsies in here. Well, obvious. Aya, stop trying to jump into the bushes, okay? That's not gonna help you. Hello, we are the pterodactyl men. Seriously, the animation budget is like, it's really good. But it's strangely good for the stuff in the game that's bad. So yeah, those guys are probably one of the worst because they have incredible range and can also do insane damage. Like actually crazy damage for how fast these things are supposed to be. It's ridiculous. And they don't even have the fucking like horse problem where, you know, they'll run headlong into the background and take damage and also get stunned. They don't have that problem. They're just fine and ready to go all the time. I think Aya's gonna have to solve the puzzle first. I mean, if she's not gonna get the puzzle solution first, then I'll probably cut some stuff out. Depending on what NPI does, because... like, I don't want to see a section of pointless backtracking, but, you know... Hey, it's the electrical blob guys from earlier. I mean, that would make sense, considering this is where they're literally supposed to live. God, just the pure creativity in the level design is amazing. Like, the design on a lot of the other shit is just not even close to that. Why are you battling the monsters? There is a gate between you and them. You don't need to fight the fucking monsters. What are you doing? Oh yeah, you don't need to fight literally everything you come across. These guys aren't even doing anything to you. What? They are sitting way over there and have no means of attacking you. You are seriously shooting fish in a barrel. There is no sport in this, Aya. You need to pick a different game. What did these monsters ever do to you other than kill your entire family, probably? Why do you get the dramatic fucking fight music? It's like having an epic battle theme for kicking a toddler. No, I wasn't going to commentate the fucking goddamn sliding block puzzle. Okay, I have seriously solved like 5x5 sliding block puzzles in RuneScape. I don't need to be looking at more of them. Oh my god, what does it mean? Oh. It's almost like I can't figure out simple math. Okay, no. Yeah, we already have the backtrack, so I just decided to skip over that fight, and I got us into another one! Fuck! Okay, but this one, like, the puzzle solution is in the same room, so we'll just deal with this. But yeah, I'm gonna start fucking cutting these combat sets. Why are there 12 of them? That's ridiculous. These guys deal so much damage. You don't need to have 12 of them in the same fucking room. You got 12 of the turtle guys. I just don't get it. Apparently they're also blind, which is impressive. I mean, we're already doing backtracking and all that jazz. I don't need to be seeing more pointless fucking combat. And it looks like we have about like 5 more fights to do before the end of the video here, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get more cut happy later. I mean, that's where you are. Come on, go grab the puzzle solution. Just go get the puzzle solution, then run back. Yeah, it's almost like there's security control on it or something. NPI has to be one of the most pedantic goddamn players ever. Okay, make sure to write all of that down. We're gonna need it later. And... yeah, we'll just go input that password then. And yeah, that's legit. That is literally like a... what would that be? A 16-digit password. 16 digits. And for whatever reason, apparently this goddamn password is the key to unlocking that door. Even though the pyramid, where we're gonna input the password... okay, give me a second. Okay, I think I'm done editing this video for now, because I was getting really tired of not only, like, repetitive combat, but, like, the backtracking repeated combat. We don't need to see that. I think the rest of it's, above board and fine. We only got a little bit left to go, you know. I mean, you guys can see it. It's in the video length. So... whatever. I cut what I wanted. The rest of it should be fine. And once again, the pterodactyl men. Like I said, I had a hard time fighting these guys. These guys are real fuckers if you don't have access to every weapon that this guy has, because their jump attacks are quick. There's multiple of them on top of that, which is always great. But huge damage, tanky enemies. Like, exactly the worst sort of fucking, especially for survival horror enemies. Like, I don't even think the fucking Lickers and the Hunters from Resident Evil were this bad. Especially since Lickers could be completely outdone by, yeah, like I was saying, this guy has like the top amount of health that you can have at this point in the game. He's cheating, or he's like a new game plus 6, and he's still having a hard time with these fuckers. Like, that was what, like 50 HP in one attack? And it was a simple attack. It was like a headbutt. It wasn't even anything elaborate, like they're jumping. Okay, let's head out. Come on, we got a password that needs passworded. We got a jungle that needs burning down. Break out the lighter, Aya. We know you smoke. You're not hiding it well. I would be amazed if I was going to do any further editing, but I mean, it's technically possible. I mean, the buckshot is yeah, shotgun is definitely these guys' kryptonite, so I get it. I don't understand what the obsession is with literally fighting everything. You don't need to. This is so unnecessary. How was that buckshot not hitting, like, so many people? I didn't see any death screens, so I'm pretty sure that NPI is not going to get killed, but I mean, I guess, considering how weirdly edited this video is, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be surprised. It just seems bizarre. Also, NPI basically admitted in his description that he used save states. So, I mean, there's probably a bunch of off-screen stuff that we're not seeing that he just amazingly edited into this perfect run of Parasite Eve 2. Ugh. Yep, let's just spin the dial for literally the easiest password ever, considering that it's just like, the puzzle is solved whenever we solve it. It's not like we have to... Yeah, exactly. We don't have to say, I'll pass, and then... I mean, that one's obviously solved, so it's not a... Like, even if they did have that system, it's so obvious that, you know... We'd see it. How is there nothing there? Like, that's a classic thing you do. You hide items in the corners. In the invisible parts of the game, and they didn't even do that. I don't know why. So yeah, we did actually see the password first in our playthrough, because why the fuck would you keep the password in a completely different section than the actual puzzle? So we had to do this basically on save states, and obviously we didn't understand that it was a fucking 16-digit password. Also, here's some stereotypical Native American noises. I'm sure the Washington Redskins are very proud. Especially since it's such a short sound clip, it just sounds very odd. I mean, it's not like the Japanese are one to really care about being racist. Seems like they always have an arm's reach, like, understanding of other cultures, considering that Resident Evil 4 exists. And even if you want to say, oh, it's a campy game that's not meant to be taken seriously, and that's true. It certainly is representative of how Japan views Europe. They're not Spanish, they're European. Because apparently, it's all just one homogenous block to the Japanese. And that's fucking Europe. Wait, so what metallic sound happened when you only solved half the puzzle? Why are you just standing on this 3 times? Huh? Is this like some secret fucker password? What? I'm confused. Is this a fucker? Is this what fuckers are doing? I didn't think there was a second password. What do you get for solving it? Huh? I'm just sitting here and very confused. Oh, they even made a whole cutscene for it. Here's our head extension puzzle. Here's a lever. Okay, I mean, I didn't see this part of the game, so what do we win? I know! I can see it! What do you mean, leave it alone? What are you doing? I thought it was supposed to give you a valuable goodie. Why didn't you hit it? Does it give you the super gun? So yeah, for whatever reason, they just spawned number 9s here for whatever fucking reason. You can't fight me when I have electrical powers. My god, are you kidding me? I mean, I know there's monster infighting, but come the fuck on. He's shooting you in the back. Wait, did his fucking, like, did him getting shot by his friend somehow, like, activate his ability and gave her, like, silence somehow? Because that's fucking stupid. I love how he can somehow draw and fire his gun while he's being shot 40 times. Maybe that's just the thing they do. It's not actually activated by anything else. I don't know. Yeah, it could obviously be wrong, but it seems kind of odd. Guess I'll have to check that later. Considering that Windows is not fucking loading it. Okay, so now we run out of the forest and head over to the other side of the arc. But quick, we have our obvious fucking fight for no reason with the pterodactyl men. Or I don't know, the lizard men. What would you call this thing? I know every enemy in every video game has its own, like, ridiculous name. Like, it could be the Pteranodon, or I don't know, the Terracore. It could be literally anything. It could be the Abscess, for all I know. I mean, it's not that hard to make names for everything when you have, like, most, like, what, 15 different types of enemies in your run? Seriously, why is, like, other moves you get, like, completely blocked from being... Wait, you just never used them yet? Are you kidding me? You have enough XP there to get everything! Just fucking get it! What are you doing? You literally have 16,000 experience. That is enough for all of this nonsense. Yes, that's what the move is. Now strengthen it again. And you also get another move. I don't even have any of that stuff. You got apobiosis. It's a temporary paralyzation. Excel? Oh, no, they're just describing the paralysis, okay. What is that supposed to be? This is very confusing. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. He has other abilities he hasn't even spent money on that could get him other fucking abilities that he also doesn't have. Why doesn't he just drain all of his money into those abilities? They're right there. He has 11,000 XP. I mean, he probably can't buy everything with that, but pretty damn close. NPI has a billion battle points, and he's not even using all of his experience. What the hell are you doing? You have stuff, you have features ready to go. This is like, no, I'm not using them. Why? Yeah, I think RuneScape is gonna be the play of the day today because, like, I got about, I don't know. I kind of want to keep on top of it, but I got, like, about an hour left after this project is finished to actually do gaming. You know, let's see the last one just for funsies. Apparently the one left is just a number 90. Oh, it's actually two of them. She has the wherewithal to attack from there, where she can't see them. Yeah, always gotta go for the crotch shot, don't we? Don't we, Aya? It's a wonder what you can accomplish with 50 bullets and a can-do attitude. Gotta watch out, I'm going back. I'm gonna fucking whip around and get you, you whippy snappy. Again, the fucking Foley artist on this game, the music sound effect guy, is just on point. It's ridiculous. They put in the sound necessary to have them sound like they're falling on a fucking metal panel. Which is just crazy amounts of work. Okay, so the last thing we ended up doing in the video is that there's technically I guess you could just call it an enemy. After yet another pointless, fucking repetitive, reloaded combat section where we have to fight Blobby Man and, like, I don't know, 5 turtles and... lovely. Maybe NPI is just the most lucky fucker on the planet, considering that he's somehow managed to be just out of range out of Blobby Man. And apparently Blobby Man just fucking gave up. He thinks the wall is somehow more interesting of a fucking entertainment venue. I think we're gonna be done soon with the combat in like a second. And I was right, because I can see the audio graph. Yeah, I'm just glad this is over, because, like, when I sat down and considered doing this, like, over the weekend, I was like, Jesus Christ, I got 4 hours of video to do. And as you can see, I didn't really have much to talk about, because the greatest sin this game, like, makes is that it's boring. That's what you're weirded out by, Aya? The noise? Are you kidding me? Could you look in it? Could you be intelligent for, like, a minute, Aya? Like, one text box could have some sort of self-awareness. So yeah, we decided, because, like we did about 4 hours, too. And it got long, it got boring, we got lost. So after this next thing, we just decided to cut it for the next episode. I was planning on, like, backtracking all the way through the arc at the very least. and doing that. But no, we gotta fight this thing first. And this guy is a charming fellow. He's another whale. He's pink. And his favorite hobby is stamp collecting. A thing that no one does anymore. And as per the last one, it's got completely useless turrets surrounding it. Still not really sure why this guy is built like as a major encounter. Because nothing around it is useful or threatening. The weirdest thing I found out about this section is that apparently I thought they were going to do the obvious thing where, you know, after this they were going to unlock like the connection between this side of the map and the other side of the map, but they didn't do that. Like, I think I like legitimately have to walk the whole way back when we get to the next part of the game. Just finish him off. Like, stop prolonging it. He's becoming more fucked over. So yeah, I don't really know what this means, because the game is, for whatever reason, pretty bad at telegraphing what happens around here. Or the next thing that we need to do, but we'll figure that out the next time when we get on to part 3. I thank you guys for joining me here for my rendition of episode 2, done in 2 parts. We got to hear a little bit about what I do on my days off. Okay, that's kind of fucked up. Did they like write a poem on the machine? I don't know. How the fuck was this thing like a goddamn philosophical debate? But we don't have any context for what this is supposed to fucking mean. Like, who's up behind the organization, and who cares? But anyway, we're done for the day, so thanks for watching, and check back for the next episode coming out on Friday, as per usual.